get this show on the road. There we go. Make sure this is muted. Let's skip the ad and let's talk a little bit about Serrano, man. Skip. Okay. How y'all doing tonight? Everybody good? Hopefully everybody had a good day. Got some big stuff going on this weekend, man. You know, we normally talk about, you know who we normally talk about, but I think we need to put a little bit of attention on Amanda Serrano, and then we can take the conversation wherever you want to take it, you know what I mean? Shalom, what's going on, Sarid Padui? Everything good, man? Hopefully you're doing all right. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Amanda Serrano's fighting this weekend, and, you know, I got to be honest. I got to apologize because I did a video on her, but I've been so busy. Summertime's here, so, you know, I'm busy with family. And I'm not putting out as many videos as I normally do because I'm just busy from the time I get up. I'm busy the whole day. That's why I'm not doing any videos. But at night, instead of doing videos, I just go live. But, hey, what's up, Frank? But for Amanda Serrano, man, yo, we got to put some respect on her name. But let me tell you something. She's not fighting Alycia Baumgardener. She's not going to fight her. And I was listening to some of the fans complain saying, now Serrano should fight Alycia. I don't agree with that. I think, what's up, Lady London? Good to you, a long time. Yeah, Frank. I think Amanda should do what she wants. Now, for those who are saying that they think Amanda is going to hang around and maybe she'll fight Baumgartner, nah, man, she's not. It's over, man. She's chilling, and she earned that right. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what she said here. She don't sound like somebody who's worried about fighting someone like Alycia.
Well, the goal is definitely to get that Christy Martin knockout record. So if it comes this year, then we'll think about retiring. But listen, until that happens, I love making history-breaking records. So that's the goal.
Let me play that again for those of y'all in the back.
Well, the goal is definitely to get that Christy Martin knockout record. So if it comes this year, then we'll think about retiring. But listen, until that happens, I love making history-breaking records. So that's the goal.
Okay. So it seemed to be her focus is just on, you know, breaking the record, Christy Martin's record, man, with them, you know, the most knockouts and stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't blame her. She should do what she wants, man. She don't need to be out here, you know what I'm saying, fighting somebody like Alycia. Now, do I think it'll be a good fight? I do think it'll be a good fight. You know, I like Amanda Serrano. I like Alycia. I like Carolyn Trilogy. But I'll be honest with you. The fight to make, you know, the fight to make is Alycia versus Carolyn Trilogy. You know, I understand going after the money. But is there more money in a Baumgartner versus Serrano fight? Or is it more money with Alycia versus Carolyn Trilogy? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Carolyn Trilogy, she's not afraid of Alycia. Alicia's not afraid of her. But, you know, even Carolyn Trilogy, she don't seem to be too worried about Amanda Serrano. Like her focus and the pressure is on Alycia. And much respect to Amanda Serrano. Yeah, 100%, man. You got to put respect on Amanda Serrano's name. But I just think what's going to have to happen here is she's going to have to, you know, figure out what she wants to do. And I think the fight to make is definitely against, look at this right here, man. Amanda Serrano's out here chilling. She's a superstar, you know what I'm saying? That's just how she's moving. She's moving like a superstar now. Let me see here. How she moving? She's chilling. You know, she arrived now. And she's here. Like, why would you want to, at the end of your career, come now after having 3 very difficult fights? Very, very difficult fights against Katie Taylor. Just to come and get back here in the ring and potentially get yourself in a fight where you got someone who's younger, less damaged, hasn't really been in very difficult fights, hasn't really established a rivalry, kind of like what Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano had. Why go out there and do that at the end of your career? To me, Amanda Serrano, she's been there, done that, got the T-shirt. But the fight to make is Alycia against Baumgardener. That's just my opinion, man. And I'm not going to change my opinion on that. And as I'm talking, I'll just show you the things I'm looking at here. Amanda Serrano's out here chilling. I like what MVP said. Legendary status is not self-anointed. Shots fired. Who you think they're talking about? Amanda Serrano didn't just come out here and say, I'm the best. She thinks she's the best, but she doesn't come out here bragging. I mean, the woman has done it all. You know what I'm saying? Jiu-jitsu, MMA, boxing. You know what I'm saying? She's 7 different weight divisions. You know what I mean? You reach it through hard work, sacrifice, and success, and bestowed upon you by the fans, by the peers, by the sport. Amanda Serrano is our GOAT, and she's back this Saturday, May 30th. And I think everybody should tune in, man. 7-weight world champion. Puerto Rico's first undisputed champion. Now, you talk about Amanda Serrano. She, no kidding, did help change the entire level of women's boxing, her and Katie Taylor. Now, I'm not saying other women haven't helped, but this is about Amanda Serrano right now. You know what I'm saying? She's the truth. That's why she gets so much love, man. And I'm telling you, like it says here, the end of an era. It's coming to an end, folks. And this weekend, I think a lot of people should be tuned in to Amanda Serrano. Once she disappears, man, that's it. And Katie Taylor's gone this year. So if Amanda Serrano follows suit, that's it. 2 of the biggest names in women's boxing are gone. 2 women that really helped elevate the sport and put it on the map. I'll be honest with you. The Katie Taylor-Amanda Serrano fights, I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. The way those women were going at it, I was like, what the hell am I watching? Absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I like what they say here. Her fights with Katie Taylor will be spoken about for a lifetime. They ain't lying. Not just because of the rivalry, but because of what they represented. Women's boxing on the biggest stages and the biggest moments, demanding the attention that it had already deserved. So I agree 100% with that. But that's the thing. They established a rivalry. And even Layla Ali said to Clarissa Shields back in the day, you got to, get a rival and y'all build it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to build it, man. And that's why I think when you look at Amanda Serrano, she did that. And that's where you look at, what's her name, Alycia Baumgardener. She needs to do that too. She's got it. You know what I'm saying? Let me scroll down here. I wanted to show y'all something, man, with Amanda Serrano, because she posted something that I thought was interesting, man. And I want to show y'all what she said because, and I agree with her. She 100% believes that her and Alycia will be a good fight. But she 100% believes that, I got it right here, that Alycia should fight Caroline DeBar. You know what I'm saying? Says Hood. Says, good evening, what's up, Valley? Hood, you are popular over at the Silver Podcast. She said, make sure we all let you know. She acknowledged you when she used your clips. Who's the Silver? Yeah, I don't know who that is. The Silver Podcast? Using my clips. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I mean, I don't have that many subscribers, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised people want to use my clips, you know what I mean? Who is the Silver? The Silver Podcast, let me look them up. I don't know who that is. I don't be on the internet. I don't know any of these people. Let me see. The Silver Podcast? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, right here. Yeah.
If attention.
She said, hold on, let me see. Yeah, I don't know who these people are, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't know none of them. I don't know none of them at all. So, okay. I just saw that. Welcome to HoodChampionBoxing and Sports.
That's the name of his channel, okay?
You see this whole thing with Clarissa Shields and Alycia Baumgardener? Oh, okay. You have a lot of people talking. Yeah. I'll put it to you this way. Yeah, it's all good. I ain't tripping about nothing, man. Yeah, I don't know none of these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Let me tell you, I do my videos and I'm out. I don't be on the internet like that. But now I know who the person is. You know, but that's cool. So will these be on Netflix? It's on ESPN. Amanda Serrano's fighting on ESPN, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely more money with AB and Dubois. They definitely could have multiple fights and money could elevate boxing to a new level. Yeah, and that's good. That's good. Amanda have her life together. No need to fight. No, I agree. Amanda don't need to come out here doing nothing. She been there, done that. You know what I mean? Are you going live for the fight tomorrow? That's the plan. Ray Ford and Oshaki Foster. You know what I mean? Yeah, she says she's a podcast. Yeah, I just looked her up. You know what I'm saying? And I understand how this internet shit works now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it before, and I don't really trip. You know what I mean? If someone takes a whole fucking video, then I mean I'm a fucking strike you. But if you take a little clip, I don't give me a shout out. I don't care. I didn't understand how all that shit worked before because I don't be on the fucking internet like that. But now, I mean, I understand. It's like it helps them out, but it helps you out because you're getting exposed and they mention your channel. So I understand. I think that's kind of cool. Somebody take a little 1 minute snippet or something, a little 30-second clip, put it out there, give you a shout out. But when people take 5, 10, 15 minutes, that shit's crazy. I wouldn't go do that to somebody, you know what I'm saying? And if I do take something, it's something that's out there publicly. But I would shout somebody out. I got guys, I use their some of the stuff they post out there on Twitter, but I tell them, yo, man, I'm gonna post this and I put the whole thing so you can see who it came from. So I try to communicate, you know, on most things, you know what I mean? But yeah, I understand this shit much better now. It's different now, you know what I mean? She tells people to check you out. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's cool. Well, you know, I really appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? But now I know who she is. I'll check out her podcast from time to time. Said Angel Face, what's up, Catrice? Lisa said Hood Champ, Nigeria the GOAT, spoke out today on Hip Hop and Chill YouTube channel about Clarissa and her cousin. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know she she came on the live last night. It was cool. But for Amanda Serrano, let me ask y'all this. Do you think, and let me pull up this thing that I was talking about. Do you think AB and Caroline Dubois should stop BSing and just make the fight? And I'm gonna tell you, I think so. That's just my opinion. Go ahead and make the fight, man. I mean, quit worrying about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Okay. Quit worrying about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Make the fight. That's what we want to see anyway. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. Where is this thing here? Because I think there's a lot of money in that fight. I really do. If they go about it the right way. I think there's a whole lot of dough in that fight, man. Okay, here it is right here. Let me show y'all something real quick. Because the first fight already has everybody talking. I know it's going to be super competitive. The second fight's going to have everybody talking. And then it's going to, I think it'll definitely warrant the third fight. And I think they can make that $8 million. I think they can make the kind of money that Amanda Serrano made. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. So this is what I'm talking about. Serrano came out and she said it. But that's what I'd be focused on, man. Let Serrano do her thing. And these women, in my opinion, should be focused on fighting each other. Let me, internet running slow. I'm about to get this Google Fiber, man. Because this shit, you're getting shout out. So that's cool, man. I tell you what, there's a lot of people who watch the channel, they be in the bushes, man. So, you know, it's all good. I understand how it all works now. You know, I'm not tripping about nothing, man. You know what I mean? The channel's growing. Got great people on the channel. So, you know, it's all good. Let me close these things out. I'm about to show you something here. Okay, I didn't mean to close that one, but whatever. It's gone. All right, here. Let me go right here. Window capture. Right here. Let me go here. Window capture. I'm about to show y'all what I'm talking about. It's right here. Make this a little bit smaller. You can see Amanda Serrano already kind of put it out there. You know what I mean? she thinks that Alycia and Caroline Dubois is a super fight. You know what I mean? That's the Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor of this era. And I'll be honest with you, I agree with that. I think that's a super fight, and I think that's what should happen. You know what I mean? But let me ask y'all, why isn't Alycia running towards this? Is she a superstar compared to Caroline Dubois? You know what I'm saying? Is she that much bigger than Caroline Dubois to where she shouldn't be worrying about facing her? You know? That's my thing. Now, Alycia is a big name. She's been putting in work for a while. Jake Paul and MVP, you can tell they're trying to grow all the women's profiles, all the women's platforms. And I'm giving Alycia her credit. She's fighting 3-minute rounds. Amanda Serrano will fight 3-minute rounds, but outside of that, I don't know of any other women that are fighting 3-minute rounds. And if so, y'all can remind me. I don't know everything, and I don't be keeping up with a lot of that bullshit. But I know for a fact, Alycia fights 3-minute rounds. Serrano's all about the 3-minute rounds. But Caroline Dubois doesn't. Clarissa Shields doesn't. So I give a lot of respect to Alycia. But at the end of the day, her and Caroline Dubois, I think that would have the whole world watching, man. You got Alycia here from the States. Then of course she's very proud of her, culture, her being of mixed race. I'm also of mixed race. You're not one, you're not the other, you're of two. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, it's outstanding when you get people come out there and embrace both sides of them. Then with Caroline Dubois from the UK. She's from the UK, but I think one of her parents may be from Nigeria. The other one may be Guyanese or something background. But the bottom line is you got a lot of culture here. And you got women from two different sides of the world. And there's big money out in the UK. There's big money with MVP. And I think there'll be big money in this fight. Where they would have it, I don't know. But I think 100% they should make it, man. Says Serrano agrees with Shields. Yeah. Well, Serrano's she's at a point in her career where she, I understand Serrano. I just think for her to fight Alycia Baumgardener, you got to pay her some serious dough. That's how I feel. I think you got to pay her some serious dough. I don't think she's looking here she wants to break Christy Martin's record. She's not looking to have another trilogy. You know what I mean? I think that's unfair to expect her to jump back in a fight, a trilogy with someone like Alycia. Do I think it'll be exciting? Yes. Would I watch it? Yes. Would it probably, have a lot of eyes on it? Yes. But I think Caroline Dubois and Alycia will get more buzz. I do. Although Serrano's a superstar, even she's saying that's the fight to be made. That's the buzz right there. Caroline and Baumgartner. You know what I mean? Says, if it's doable, make it happen, but maybe they're trying to build a momentum. What's up, Hoopin? How you doing? What's up, Vicky? Says 3 minutes in the ring probably is a lot. Yeah, well, 3 minutes. The thing is, in the amateurs, they fight 3-minute rounds. You know what I'm saying? These female boxers are used to sparring 3-minute rounds. This isn't anything new to them. They can do it. When they're sparring, they're doing 3-minute rounds. Some may do 4-minute rounds. Maybe 30-second rest, new sparring partner. So it's not that he can't do it. Now, there may be some who don't put in the work like that, but the majority, I would like to believe that they could easily fight 8 3-minute rounds. Now, for boxing fans who are so used to the women getting in the ring and being high pace and just letting that leather fly for 2 minutes, I mean, when you see women fighting 3-minute rounds, they probably have to pace themselves. You don't want them to get burnt out like Verhoeven did against Usyk. Verhoeven was in a fight where that man was winning, but he got tired, and Usyk landed that Ukrainian uppercut on his ass. And then, what happened at the end of the fight with the referee. But you don't want to fatigue. You know what I'm saying? But that's the fight I think should happen. Now, what's interesting is, here it is, another big MVP event. It gets on ESPN, right? The Amanda Serrano and all these women who we're talking about and that fight card, everyone, they're going to be in everybody's household, people who have the ESPN app. So all the casuals who just like to tune into ESPN and who are curious about this MVP event, this Jake Paul event, these women who are boxing and tune in. Now these women are going to be in these casual households, and now they're going to become household names. And I talked about this before. You see Amanda Serrano's even chosen to take the back seat, although it's two main events. She's kind of going in as a co-main, right? But she chose to take the back seat because she understands the big picture. Her profile is there. Her legacy is there. So she wants to make sure and take care of Holly Holm and her opponent and let this in El Paso, somebody's hometown, let y'all take the shine. But Amanda Serrano also understands, I'm going to be in all these homes. So here at the end of her career, she's getting massive exposure. You know what I'm saying? So when she transitions out to that executive role with MVP, people are going to know her name more than just inside the diehard boxing circles. You know what I mean? And she has a very interesting story. I like Amanda Serrano, man. I like her story. You know what I mean? I really do. It says, so explain, why is this the fight? Why Caroline and not anyone else? Is it a skill set record, technically speaking? Oh, what's up, Danielle? Danny? Well, in my opinion, the fight for Alycia is Caroline because, one, they're only 5 pounds apart. You know what I'm saying? 2, they got a lot of tension. And 3, the 2 of them are considered to be the best in those 2 weight classes. And there's a whole lot of damn heat and trash talk going on, you know? Alycia is referred to Caroline Dubois as a young puppy. And Caroline Dubois has had a lot of different colorful things to say about Alycia. It's got ugly, man. Now, I don't know if y'all have followed it all, but it's got pretty ugly as far as the words they've exchanged, the insults they've exchanged. And Clarissa Shields, you know, she gets in the mix, you know what I'm saying, and stirs the pot. And that's one thing that I'm so glad that I do believe. Now, I can't confirm this, but I believe 100% that Jake Paul and MVP had a talk with all of the women over there, in particular Caroline Dubois, and was like, hey, knock it off. Because Caroline Dubois and Clarissa Shields were, you know, double teaming Alycia Baumgardener. They were goddamn verbally jumping her ass, you know what I'm saying, on social media. Now, it's entertaining, but one thing is for sure, Alycia can handle herself, but they were going at her, and Clarissa was the one really stirring the pot because Clarissa doesn't like Alycia. And if you weren't aware of that, this was going on before Clarissa slapped her. So she figured, okay, Caroline Dubois, I'll get behind and support her. And to be fair to Clarissa, her and Caroline Dubois have had a relationship for quite some time. It didn't just form over the last year. They've known each other for quite some time. Let me check this out. But most of us felt that she may have been trying to pry her from MVP to maybe sign her. A lot of us felt that Clarissa really coming out and showing support to Caroline Dubois was because maybe she looked at her and saw her as another female with brown skin who's not light skinned. Maybe Clarissa felt Caroline Dubois wasn't. I think they're all, I could find beauty in everybody, in any woman, right? But I think she may have been targeting her because maybe she doesn't, not the most, maybe Clarissa felt Caroline Dubois didn't see herself as attractive, maybe, because Clarissa, with all the makeup and hair and all that, it seemed like there's a little bit of judgment. So maybe she felt there was something that she had in common with Caroline. Now, I don't agree with that. I'm telling you, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But then we've seen Caroline Dubois become a bit more aggressive. Even the fans in the UK, they became pissed off. You know, they became pissed off the way Caroline was acting. You know, the people out in the UK, they're quick to call you Yanks and shit. Us, Yankees. And they consider the stereotypical Black American to have this ghetto attitude, to have this very foul mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they believe. Not all, but then again, you look at a lot of the bullshit out here in the movies, on TV, even on social media. Look at how they're being portrayed. Look at how people are conducting themselves. And that's a concentric few. We know the majority of people don't act like that. But again, when you just look at women's boxing right now, if you didn't know anything about women's boxing, right? And all in your opinion about Black people, Black women, was the negative stereotypes that are pushed. And then you got involved right now. You decide to take an interest in women's boxing and you see what's going on. What would you think? You know what I'm saying? So Caroline Dubois has started going a certain direction to where even the people in the UK were like, you're picking up this American ghetto attitude. Where'd that come from? That's not how we act as Brits. And then they were like, that attachment to Clarissa Shields, they were frowning upon that. And then we saw her go on then and start wearing the wigs and all that. And I think she should, whatever she wants to do, she can wear a wig, she can dress how she wants. Caroline Dubois is not unattractive. You know what I'm saying? But she's, what's that shit that they say, glowed up? I guess they're saying she's kind of glowing up and Clarissa helped her glow up. I don't know about all that. Hello, caller.
Hey, this 2028 president, go around, man. What up? What you talking about, boy?
Talking about boxing, man. What's up with you?
Baumgardener ready?
Is Baumgardener ready? What do you think?
Huh?
Who you think wins?
If Baumgardener ready, I've been told you, man. I've been told you, man, Caroline the dominator, man.
You think Caroline gets her, man? Hey, I don't really have an opinion on who wins that fight right now, man. I don't
man,
really...
You know who's gonna win that fight, man. Come on, man.
No, you can't tell me what I know. I'm just telling you, I don't know who wins that fight. I gotta further assess it. I tell you what, though, Alycia fighting the 3-minute rounds, I think is a big deal, especially if that fight's going to be 3-minute rounds. Because Caroline Dubois looks to get tired down the stretch. So if she can't knock her out in the first 4 or 5 rounds, then I think Caroline Dubois would have her hands full if she starts to fatigue down the stretch.
You know what? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Baumgardener need to go back to 2-minute round, man.
She should go back?
She did not fight no 3-minute round, man. She got tired in that fight, man. She almost got knocked out. I got scared for her, man. She got on a bicycle, man.
Oh, when she fought the Korean fighter.
Bo, I see what you're talking about them Korean, man. You got to kill them, man. But Bo was coming, man.
Right, but I told you that. I lived out there for 3 years.
I like, boy, I see what Hood talking about, boy. Them jumping tough, boy.
Yeah, I try to tell you, man. I learned that shit. They took me to go spar against this guy. They took me from the gym to another gym deep in Korea to go and spar. Yeah. And I went out there, man. I was the only, American. And I'm thinking we getting good work in, but it ain't going to be, the America versus Korea, World War III and shit. I got up in that goddamn ring, man. I mean, that dude was throwing some shit, and I was, slipping the shots, getting underneath. I was like, what? This shit was a fight, man. I ain't lying. That shit was a fight. So, I held my own, but I got tired. By the 3rd round, this shit was a fight. I wasn't in the shape to fight like that. Then come to find out he was the Korean amateur, heavyweight champion or some shit. And they had brought me up there basically to get sacrificed, but it didn't go the way they thought it was going to go because the first 2 rounds, I ate his ass up. But I had to fight for my life. That 3rd round, I got tired. And he threw a couple of shots, man. I rolled the punches, but, he landed a couple. And I was just thinking, what the fuck I get myself into this? And then them Koreans, man. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, they fight with honor, man. But bottom line is I knew Alycia was going to have a hard time in there with Bo because Bo, you'd have to kill her. She wasn't going to quit.
I got scared for her.
You did?
I got scared for her, man.
But Caroline Dubois fought her.
Bicycle. That was Carissa was talking about, man. She got on a bicycle, man.
But did you see when Caroline Dubois fought Bo?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah.
She got tired down the stretch. She had her hands full too.
Yeah, that was at the end though. But at the end though.
Right. But it just tells you a lot about the Korean fighter. She is no joke, and she would beat most of these women in those weight divisions.
Oh God, it's good. You try to go to 3-minute round, but man, stick to 2-minute round, man.
Stick to 2-minute rounds?
Yeah, man.
So what's up with you? What you think about your girl Clarissa, man, and all the talk going on about her right now? I know you're a big Clarissa Shields fan.
I got to get y'all up off her, man. Come on, she ain't doing that wrong, man. Y'all ain't giving them a chance, man.
Give who a chance?
The relationship. I don't think there ain't no relationship, man. I think they fooling us.
You think they're fooling us?
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, who's fooling us?
Clarissa and Pat Pools.
Nah, I mean, I don't know, man. So you don't think they're in a relationship?
Nah.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think she's gonna box again this year?
Oh yeah.
How come?
We coming. Tell Baumgartner she got 2 whoopers coming. The big dog and the little dog. Carissa and Caroline, the dominator.
Okay.
But Baumgartner got to fight Carissa, man.
You said who got to fight? Who's got to fight Clarissa?
Baumgartner, man.
So you think
man.
so you think Baumgartner should fight Clarissa in an officially sanctioned boxing match?
Huh? In the ring, good. In the ring or out the ring, it must be a fight. It got to be a fight, man. It ain't over, man. It got to be a fight, man.
Why you say that? Because Clarissa slapped her?
She tried to put the police and all that there, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All the male fans done got in trouble, man. They try to take a license, man. They can't do that, man. Y'all might well stop that, man. Y'all can't take that girl license, man. Not for no slap. Come on, man.
Do you think now if you're a Clarissa Shields fan, you should know more about her than us. You think the only reason why this petition was started was because of the slap? You don't think it's an accumulation of all of this?
Cause of the slap, man.
You don't think it's an accumulation of all the destruction Clarissa's been causing on social media?
No, that ain't got nothing to do with that. No, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all trying to put the girl in jail and everything. Come on. If she do go to jail, she'll be right back. So
if someone, well, I know you said you've been apprehended before, you've been incarcerated. So if someone slaps you in your face, what would you do?
I represent the jailhouse lawyer. We are the best lawyers. Now, you know what? Mm-hmm. Really, we can't see what she said out there. I think she'll beat that, man.
You think she'll beat that?
Go to trial, she'll beat that, man.
So what do you think will happen? Just possibly a fine and that's it? Probation?
That wouldn't really need to be a fine.
Just a fine?
Yeah, come on.
But what do you think about that? You think that Clarissa slapping is not a big deal? It's just boxing. Nobody should be so upset about it.
Man, it gotta be a fight, man. We gotta fight, man.
You gotta fight. So
you gotta fight. And the ring outside, man. You know what? We ain't losing no power because Baumgartner gotta stick to her word. She said the size don't matter, skills, man.
Well, she did say that. So, but how they gonna do it in an exhibition? Because they ain't gonna get an official. How they gonna do it in an exhibition?
I don't care how they do it. In the ring, out the ring, it's gonna be a fight. Watch.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think AB is gonna indulge in all the bull crap, man. You know, I think she's got quiet for a reason. I think her team got quiet. I think her team got quiet for a reason, and I think there's more to come. And it may not just be solely a lawsuit. You may see Clarissa out here really struggling to get opportunities because she went at a very big, powerful machine, an MVP, and doing it on Netflix. So I think it's a lot bigger than just what you're talking about, man.
I don't say that. Just a slap, man. Come on.
So just a slap. Okay, so you think how do they make if it happens, it's got to be an exhibition. They're nowhere near the same weight class. You know, Clarissa ain't no way in the world that shit can happen.
One guy got to stick to her word. You hear?
Well, remind me, what she say?
Huh? Go pull up Baumgartner everything she done said about Clarissa. I had said it to you. I said it to you.
Yeah, I'm familiar with a lot of the things that they said back and forth to each other, and that's just all talk. But when someone puts their hands on you, you know, not in a boxing match and slaps you, you know what I mean? That's different.
You gotta go down, Hood. She a boxer, man. Come on, man.
Okay, so
she got skills. She said she got skills, Hood, and now what she do? The size don't matter. Bigger they is, the harder they fall, Hood. That's what my granddaddy told me a long time ago, man. It's the skills what matter. Baumgartner right now. She dead right, but she got to stay on that, though, that's what she do.
So you think when Baumgartner sees Clarissa Shields, it should be on site and she should risk having her ass thrown in jail too.
Ain't nobody gotta go to jail.
Just fight, street fight, and then
Gonna
and
get
then
it
what?
over. I told you, go down with a long dirt off road. Wherever dirt off road at, where nobody don't go down and can't see, and get it on. Put on your boxing gloves and get it tightened up.
So you don't think as professional athletes, there's a certain code of ethics they should follow about being professional, man, and not getting caught up in any street fights and any brawls and just keeping it in the ring? You don't think they should be setting a better example?
Man, that knows them. They fight.
They're fighters. It shouldn't matter. There's some people who agree with you, man. I'm gonna tell you,
I
I don't agree, but I mean, there are some people who agree, and they're like, they're fighters just because they're women. If this was the men, look at O'Shaquie and Ray Ford. They were pushing each other. Nobody making a big deal about that.
Yeah, Mike Tyson fought outside the ring. Miss Green out there.
What happened?
Mike Tyson, and Miss Green.
Oh, Mitch Green, yeah.
Yeah, close it out, man.
All right, but at the same time, I hear what you're saying, but Mike Tyson didn't go and punch Sugar Ray Leonard in the face. Two different weight classes, a heavyweight and then somebody. I mean, so to me, if the two of them are in the same weight class and they're gonna fight, and this is build up towards the fight, I think it makes a difference. I do, but assault is assault, man.
That's a difference now, but that ain't got nothing to do with it, good.
So what is it then?
That ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Okay, so what is it?
Huh?
So what is it?
Best one win, look. Best woman win.
The best woman wins?
Best woman win, man.
Yeah.
And now you know what I learned about Carissa too?
What's that?
You know she had out of the wrestling, man, right?
The wrestling? The Suki button?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And after she did that, she talked about it. She said she retired, but she ain't ready for this. She can't street fight.
Clarissa can't street fight.
Nah, she get tired. She can't street fight. She showed me right then. That made you tired. Come on, hood.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
She said she was tired, man. I was like, what? Right there told me you can't speak about it.
What do you think about Serrano? You think Serrano should just go ahead and fight Alycia Baumgardener, or Serrano should break Christy Martin's knockout record and retire? You think she put enough work in, or she could afford to do another very tough trilogy like what she had with Katie Taylor?
Get on Baumgardener and go on shit her mouth, man.
So you think Amanda Serrano could beat Baumgardener?
Man, hey, I seen one of their fights. I ain't seen all their fights. I gotta go back and get all their fights. Man, them white girls some dogs, man.
The what?
Them white girls some dogs.
Oh, the white girls some dogs. You talking about?
Yeah. Both of them. Katie and Amanda, man, they some dogs, man.
Yeah, one from Ireland, one Puerto Rican, man. But I'm tracking with what you're saying, man.
They some dogs, man. Alycia ain't no dog, man.
You don't think Alycia is a dog?
Nah, she ain't no dog. She got on a bicycle, hood. She got on a bicycle. A dog don't get on a bicycle, man.
So you just don't like Alycia, man?
I like Alycia. I like her. You know what? She trying to outdo Carissa too. So both of them jealous of each other. They're going both ways, 50-50, man.
What's 50-50? Serrano Baumgardener?
No, Baumgardener jealous of Carissa, and Carissa jealous of Baumgardener. It go both ways.
You think Baumgardener? What would Baumgardener be jealous about Clarissa?
She trying to outdo Carissa, man.
She's trying to outdo her. If she was trying to outdo her, she'd probably be trying to go up all these different weight divisions like Clarissa did. Clarissa ascended 5 different weight divisions. Baumgartner's just focused on doing her thing.
She ain't trying to outdo her like that. She just trying to outshine.
You don't. So you think Clarissa has more shine than Baumgartner?
Really?
How?
Really?
How?
Really? Yeah.
But how? I mean, in what area? What?
Huh?
How does Clarissa have more shine? As what? Because of the attention she's getting, or popularity, or accolades?
Baumgardener got some shine too, y'all trying to put it there though.
Baumgardener got some shine too, you said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she got a lot of shine, man.
Yeah.
You don't think right now you don't think her profile right now is maybe whose profile do you think is bigger right now? Big Quote or AB?
I can't get Baumgardener edge.
Why do you think her profile right now may be bigger than Claressa Shields?
Because Claressa done lost a whole lot of fans.
Yep. So if you know she done lost a lot of fans and everything, man, you know, why do you think someone like Alycia should even entertain Claressa Shields right now? You know what I mean? And put it in.
Man. She got to, man. You gotta fight her. She gotta fight, man. Point blank, straight up. She gotta fight. And you know that. You know Claressa ain't stopping, man.
She's not gonna stop?
She's not gonna stop, man. She probably still got Atlanta hood, but the flesh still Atlanta.
Right.
Atlanta.
I think sometimes well, when you got people who are seeking attention, sometimes the best thing to do is just deprive them of that attention and just blank them and leave them there. You know what I mean? And that's what I think is happening. But I think, so what do you think of Alycia if they sue her? What do you think about that if there's a lawsuit? Do you think Alycia is wrong for that, or you think she's right? What if that was your sister who got slapped like that? How would you feel?
For a slap? Come on, man. You get sued for a slap, man. She's showing she's soft, good.
But what about sponsorships, endorsement deals?
Soft,
what about?
Soft,
but what about the code of conduct, man? What about her role as a champion? What about her and how they're pushing her to become the face of women's boxing? You don't think that she thought about all that? Her as a fighter, someone hit her. You don't think instinctively she didn't want to punch her back or do something? We talked about this. You see, Claressa was dressed, I don't know what she had on, but she didn't look like she was there to chill, like she was ready to rumble. Alycia was dressed like I'm sure the way she dressed, because she liked to dress cute. She had on the heels. She probably had on a thong. She was there dressed. She can't be out there rolling around, man, you know, and then the viral clip of being slapped is one thing. Could you imagine if she would have got slapped, then punched Claressa back, and then now she falls off the heels and they rolling around and her dress comes up, and it's even more embarrassing. I think she made the right choice because, again, they expect a certain level of professionalism from her, and she was in an area where she was doing meet and greets, and there are very important people coming to that area to have conversations with her in addition to fans. So I totally understand her decision to not go forward and engage. So if they go the legal route, that's how you deal with some of these people. You go the legal route and you hit their pockets. You don't think their team, do you think Claressa has smarter people around her or Alycia has smarter people around her?
That's true too. She did some damage. She ain't done no damage though.
You don't think what?
She ain't done no damage.
But who didn't do any damage? Claressa when she slapped her?
Yeah.
You don't think that? You don't think that?
Come on, man. They possible, man. She can hit harder than that in the face.
Okay,
man.
so physically, you feel like there was no damage. But what about Alicia's emotions? What about her brand? You don't think she took a slap? Look at what you're saying. Look at what you're saying. You're saying that.
Warm it up.
You said she's soft now. You don't think that doesn't affect? You don't think that doesn't affect her brand? You know, you don't think that messes with her mental, her emotional state, that she's out here now and people will forever look at her as how you're saying, the concentric few who feel this way, oh, she's soft, she got slapped, she didn't do anything. You don't think long term that ain't going to affect her, man?
That's why she got to get some get back, hood.
She got to get some get back. Okay, so okay, let's say she saw Claressa, and at this time, Alycia, she got on sneakers, a little sweatsuit, shirt tucked in, a little t-shirt, and she ready to rumble, no earrings, hair pulled back. She sees Claressa. Boom, she snuffs her, right? She cuffs her ass. Boom, Claressa fall down. Chest to canvas, ass in the air like at a Diddy party. Then Claressa and her team, you think they won't sue Alycia and Jake Paul and MVP? You don't think they won't go for a money grab?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah. It's going to be a dog fight, man.
Man, I tell you what, man. It may be a dog fight, but I do think that a lawsuit would ensue. I just think so. If Alycia retaliates and hits Clarissa, I could see there being a lawsuit. I really do. I could see them trying to sue, and Clarissa won't be able to wait to get in front of a camera and talk about, man, please, AB hit me. I'm going to sue y'all, defamation, slander, assault. She tried to kill me. I got headaches. I got this. I wipe from back to front now. She going to be talking all kind of shit if Alycia put her hands on her, man.
She need to keep her mouth closed, though.
Who need to keep her mouth closed?
Carissa, don't be talking about the case. If you do what you got, you go to court.
Man.
Keep your mouth closed, Carissa.
Oh,
Keep
Lord,
your mouth closed, because they're going to use that against you.
Yeah. Well, is that part of womaning up for a woman to shut her mouth and quit talking? What do you?
Yep.
It is? Because I know you feel a kind of way. Now, let me ask you something, because I know you're a stand-up guy, and you all, what the young people say, they like to stand on business, 10 toes down, right? That's the young people.
Yeah.
They talk that crazy shit. If you were out and Clarissa, you go to run up on her to shake her hand because you're one of her biggest fans, and she say, man, please, POTUS, and she shove you or slap you, what you gonna do?
It's going to be a fight, man.
You gonna whip her ass?
It's going to be a fight, man.
So see,
I wouldn't mind not fighting her, though.
You wouldn't mind not fighting her, but you like her. You think she fine, don't you? Wasn't that you saying you think Clarissa's a good-looking woman and all that?
She got Carissa look good, man. Come on, man. Y'all sleeping on Carissa, man. Carissa look good.
I don't be looking at the women out here like that, man. I don't. You don't ever hear me saying nobody good-looking or sexy and all that. I watch what I say when it comes to that, because I got to be respectful. But one thing is for sure, I know you.
Yeah.
You when you see Clarissa, man, your tongue hang out your mouth, wrap around your head, drag across your scalp, and saliva hit all four corners of the goddamn room. So if Clarissa hit you, you wouldn't fight her back, or you just see it as a Cupid shooting?
I'll fight her back. I won't mind. I'll fight her. I won't mind getting in the ring with her.
Yeah. You get in the ring with her, would you be trying to fight her, or you just trying to get close to her? You would fight her.
I'll be doing both. Both at the same time.
You're a goddamn freak. Goddamn freak, man.
I'll be boxing and feeling at the same time. I'm finna treat this ass with the boy. I gotta treat this ass with the bitch. I really be. And she gotta give herself a whooping.
Oh my God, man. Oh shit. That is hilarious, man. Goddamn POTUS, man. How you gonna get into the White House and you talking like that? You know what I'm saying? Got a little Trump in you and shit, man. Grab him by the you know what? You know what I mean? Goddamn POTUS.
Donald Trump just as bad as me.
Yeah.
He
Man.
bad as me. I got more respect than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I don't try to lay down with everybody.
Yeah.
I like to look now, but I don't. That ain't me. I don't try to lay down with everybody, boy.
Yeah. Well, I know you a player and shit. You know what I mean? I can't no real recognize real. I know you a player and shit.
I ain't no. I'm a one-woman man.
Oh, okay. You're a one-woman man. All right.
One-woman man.
Okay.
I like when your callers be calling in too. Seems like she got a. I like her voice. Seems like she bad too.
Which one? Beasia?
The one I had called thinking talking about Lotto, comparing Lotto against Carissa.
Oh yeah. So many calls come in. I know somebody was talking about Lotto, but so you'll be listening. You'll be sitting out there in the bushes listening to these women's voices, man.
I listen to it every day, all day.
Sure, man.
How about you listen?
All right. Well, you got anything you want to tell the ladies out here? You want to send them some love, blow them a kiss, send them a big pow on the cheek or something?
Ladies, I love y'all. And I need all y'all vote in 2028. President Goldwater from Quincy, Florida. Come out and support your boy and vote for you. We're going to change the White House.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you on that ballot, man. I'm voting for you for sure. You know what I mean? We need to get a real one up in the White House. We got kind of close with Trump. Bill Clinton played the saxophone. Obama played goddamn basketball. With you, you're going to be playing the honey. So I already know what we're going to get with you. We needed a little change in the White House with you, man.
We're going to have a party in the White House, baby.
We gonna barbecue up in there?
We're gonna barbecue, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, Hood.
Yeah.
Hood, one of my stepdaughters, I see she trying to box too, so I might need to hook me up. Try to get on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Just let me know what you need and however I can help you, man. I got you.
Yeah. I wish I can get up with my girl Carissa. Carissa, I want to get out with you.
Right, yeah. Well, hey, man, if there's anything I could do on a serious note, I will. All you got to do is hit me up. You know I will. That's not a problem, man.
Yeah.
Well, all right, President, man. You got anything else? You good?
I'm good. I'm going to send you some pictures, too.
Pictures of what? Your stepdaughter.
She's in the heavy bag.
Okay, yeah, send it to me, man. I'll check it out. And if she's serious, she's an amateur or a pro?
I just looked and seen her pictures and stuff. I'm gonna try to get in her ear if I can.
If she's a pro, yeah, for sure. I'll interview her. If she's a pro, I'll interview her, man. She come on here and do an interview.
Her boyfriend come from a lot of fighters and stuff, so I know what she training at too. So
yeah, talk to him. Just let me know it. You know that's easy, man. That ain't shit. Just let me know.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
All right,
man. I'll talk to you.
All
right, boy. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. All right, that was the president, man. That was 2028, man. President Goldstein, man. You know, I enjoyed talking to my boy Goldstein. He he be killing me, man. He be killing me and shit, man. Anyway, man, let me do something real quick so I make sure I got this thing saved. Hold on, let me save this. Let me get back to these comments, man. All right. I know we got a phone call that came in. I apologize. I missed your call. Go ahead and call back. You know, when the president's on the line, you got to give him the red carpet treatment. You know what I'm saying? It says, bye, Shamar. Y'all crazy. My stomach hurts. Yeah, Trini, you know what time it is, man. It says, I need a translator. Here we go. From the South, man. Hello, caller.
Hello.
How you doing, champ? Yeah, you there? Yeah, what you got, brother?
Hey, it's my man, from Flint, around the corner from where the girl went to high school at.
Oh, yeah, I recognize the voice. How you doing?
All right. Yeah, you know what? My man Goldstein, he got my vote. I could tell he gonna be like that cat. Remember that Richard Pryor skit back in the day when the press conference was the Richard Pryor show? You been dating these white women? And everybody, and then he said, why you think they call it the White House? You know, but that's how Goldstein. Yeah, that's my man.
He's comedy for real, man.
You're right, but I gotta say this on all serious notes, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
What we talked about, Clarissa, in the past and present and into the future. What future? Prophecy fulfilled. I hate to say this, but prophecy has been fulfilled. And you know what we're talking about, the regarding she'll be her own demise because she can't control herself, the psycho-emotional. And I just want to say that. Now, I think, she might be able to get in, but one I would like to see, still would like to see this, her and Hannah Gabriels. Miss Gabriels get into it. I know Miss Gabriels, I don't want to get off subject here of what, you're talking about right here with everything. But still, before Miss Gabriels gets her last fight in Costa Rica, I want to see that with Clarissa Shields, man. Now, for real, I just want to see that. I want to see that. And I think that could happen. But with this, Alycia Baumgardener, man, she 50 pounds. Man, Clarissa up there with Layla in a man's weight. Man, what you talking about? Messing with something. I'm not saying that Alycia couldn't handle it, but I'm just saying that's like a high school student going over to a middle school, a senior going over picking over some 7th and 8th graders. You know what I'm talking about, the incident that happened. And she going over there, slapping her, talking about she can't stand her and all that. And she didn't even get invited to that place. I mean, Alycia was there on business. What was she doing there? What was Miss Shields doing there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Netflix actually invited her to come over to the event, sit in a VIP section, cordoned off just for the Netflix VIP guests. And, she eventually, what my understanding, because, I get a lot, I hear things, I'll put it to you that way, is that Clarissa was noticed getting. Hey, can you mute your? Is that your TV or is that my phone?
Oh, I think that's my phone, man. I'm having problems with this new cell phone I got. I'm sorry.
Okay, and that's all good. But like she just kept getting closer, then closer and closer to eventually she ended up over in the same area with Alycia, and started to basically what she did, call her out, and they started arguing. So it looks like that was.
And it would have been something. I said, man, that would have been something if Layla had been there, broadcasting, man. I was like, ooh, Layla Ali. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Clarissa ain't no way in the world she'd try that shit with Layla Ali. I think even she know not to go out there and even think about trying to get in a confrontation and try to put her hands on Layla Ali. Layla Ali is a big deal, and anybody out here who I think understands what I'm saying, Layla Ali is not someone you put your hands on. That's still Muhammad Ali's daughter. She can handle herself, but you're talking about a different type of backlash. You put your hands on her. You know what I'm saying? That you put your hands on her, you're putting your hands on Muhammad Ali. And there are a lot of people, I'm telling you, it'll be all bad for Clarissa and her whole team. That's the worst mistake she can make. And plus, Layla Ali ain't gonna sit there and take that. She fighting. I'll tell you that shit right now. Layla Ali fighting. It's gonna be ugly in there. So yeah, Clarissa, I don't think she would do that. She ain't stupid enough to do that. She may talk shit, but she ain't never put her hands on Layla. She just doesn't like Alycia, man. And that's after talking to Jada the Boxer and then listening to past interviews. Clarissa just don't like Alycia. You know what I mean? And I know they have their back and forth, and Alycia talk a little shit too, but to get to that point, she just has this disdain for her, and I don't think it's going to change. And she's feeling good about herself right now. Clarissa, she's like, yeah, I got the upper hand. I slapped her, but I'm just telling you, the comments coming. This shit ain't over. Just watch. I'm telling y'all, it ain't over. For Alycia to be sitting here not saying much, you better believe it ain't over. There's a whole second piece of this that's coming.
But you know what I said too, and it just came back to mind when I first saw this, when an incident first happened. It's a projection thing. What it is, what I'm talking about, a projection thing with Clarissa, it's like a person. You seen yourself, a mirrored image. You seen yourself in the person. Okay, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. When a person, it's like the psychology, we talk about the psycho-emotional thing. Like say you see somebody, everybody else like them, blah, 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 but it's a person, they ain't done nothing to you or nothing, but it's something about them you can't stand or whatever, and everybody else, all right or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's nothing about the person that's bad or anything, but what it is that you see yourself in that person. You see something about yourself in that person. Mm-hmm. And it's something that you can't stand. And that's exactly what it is with Clarissa and Alycia, with Clarissa towards Alycia. I'm for real. I'm serious. I believe that's what it is.
Do you think it's, in addition to that, is that she looks at Alycia and she's jealous of her just because of the aesthetics and just how she looks and how people respond to her? Do you think Clarissa wants people to desire her the way a lot of men, seem to desire Alycia? What do you think about that whole physical piece?
But you know what? I remember back when, speaking of that, Clarissa had gotten that physique when she first gained the weight up the weight, and then if you remember when the little boy was peeking at her or whatever, before the fight, before the SB's awards and all that stuff. Anyway, but you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think because she's never been desired like that until, how do I say, she hasn't been the graces of being a woman, of being like Layla, like a true athlete, like a true Greco-Roman, like back in the day, athlete. You're feminine, but you still have your the strength and the physicality and all that. So I think it's something. Yeah, I do. I think it's something there. And plus, being the light skin, dark skin type thing, and all that stuff back in the past and all that, because and so, and it's like she overdoes it. It's not saying she's not an ugly young lady, nothing like that. It's nothing like that, because there are really no ugly black people, I'm telling you, in the world. But it's just that I think it could be, yeah, I do. But I also think it's that projection thing on top of that compounds it. It's all that compounded. So, and plus, she never really had, The truth is, she can't talk about anybody, being physical. She calls Alycia being a hoe or this, that, the other. Well, you know how to clean this, as well. So you can't really call them. That's what I say. It's like looking at yourself. It's a reflective mirror image, kind of like the opposite of the fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? What's that? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest or most unfairest of them all? In this case, fairest of them all.
Right.
Type of thing. Right. So I'm serious. I mean,
what's the pulse? What's the pulse out there in Flint? I know you in Flint. You said you grew up close to where Clarissa Shields grew up, right?
Right.
What's the pulse out there with everything going on? What people talking about right now after the slap and her being out of the country right now in Aruba? What's the talk?
Man, I'm telling you, that's one place I was me and gonna retire to Aruba, looking to retire at Aruba. But the talk is this: people still loving Carissa, but it's just like. It's like, okay, what I had been trying to tell them for a long time, but sometimes I had like a couple in the past, I had to keep them off to myself because, the backlash or whatever and everything. But it's like, oh, no, here you go doing some stupid mess. It's like kind of like Mike Tyson being the people's champ. Then you come out doing some dumb mess, getting in trouble, Mike Tyson didn't have the right guidance after, his trainer, his father, his trainer, step-in father. With his mother and also his the manager Jacobs and all them. When that and then when I'm going to say the guy with frizzy hair, only in America got to him. That was all over. She ain't got the right people around her. But anyway, it's like I hope, please, you ain't messing this up for us. But people still the same. They're like, well, you got to understand, Clarissa. She's got this, that, and the other. So it's like giving excuses for her behavior around here, and that's what it's like. They still love her. But in the same breath, it's like, oh, okay, she's doing something. You got to understand where she's coming from, blah, blah, blah. So it's like this. It's like, in a way, kind of making excuses. So, and I'm like, oh, no, ain't that much excuse in the world to make,
Yeah. What do you think about Serrano fighting this weekend? You think Serrano should continue fighting, or you think she should just get her last couple of fights, break Christy Martin's knockout record and be done? Or you think she should push and fight somebody like Alycia Baumgardener?
Push and fight.
You think she should push and fight after those wars with Katie Taylor?
Oh yeah. Hey, until, you know what? Don't go out like God rest his soul. And, to the legacy's name, the royalty, Layla Ali's father. I mean, that was a terrible sight to see him coming back past his prime, or past his prime when he tried to come back, and you know what I'm saying, and lost. It was not a good thing to see. I'm not saying to go that far with it, but she got several good fights in her left. Because plus medical science and technology and the way things going now, hey, just like Hannah Gabrielle's, she's of age, but the things that go down, she can go a little bit more distance, So I feel as there.
How would you feel if they announced next week that Clarissa's next opponent is Hannah Gabrielle's and they're fighting in August, especially after Hannah Gabrielle's has been inactive for the last for quite some time now?
Oh man, I love to be the promoter for that one. Man, I love to be the promote that one. I'm serious, man. But you know what? It would be a thing just like I think with this time around, it would be a thing also like when Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran came for the second fight, and he came back. It was the disadvantage because he was down there where he was at. He was in that Panama.
He was in Panama eating them chuleta and habichuela and a rolls. He was eating some good food, got fat. Had to lose all that weight in like 30 days or some shit.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. And then the Sugar Ray had the home front. He was back home, so he had the home front. But I think she would be in a prime. The thing with Clarissa, she would be in a prime. Well, in shape. And so was Hannah Gabrielle's, but it'd be a thing. But what I'm talking about is the nationality thing. I think they would want to have it. I don't know. Somehow they would. I would love to see it back in Detroit, of course, like when they were supposed to fight, in Detroit. But with Hannah, I think they would try to get the thing going back to Costa Rica. The Costa Rican government, somehow they would try to down there. So that's the only thing about that. But I would love to see him get it on, like Judge Mills Lane, he said, get it on.
Yeah. You don't think if Hannah was to come back, she would probably need more than a couple months to get herself in shape and maybe take a tune-up fight?
Hannah kept herself in shape. Oh, Miss Gabrielle's kept herself in shape. She know how to knock her out. She know the score. She know how to come in. She know where to get her. I'm serious. She knows where to get her. And I think it would be like maybe even a 15-round fight, but she wouldn't last. Not Hannah, but I'm thinking of Clarissa. It wouldn't be, but I don't think it would be like maybe in a 5-round fight, because I think Hannah would. Miss Gabrielle know how to get her, how to knock her out. She knows now how to get her. I'm serious. She does study skills. She knows. It's like it'd be like Bruce Lee making a comeback when he get beat down, and then he come back, taste that blood. He comes back, bam. I'm serious. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
honestly believe that. Honestly, that's what I honestly believe.
So
if I'm putting money on it, I'll put it on Hannah. Miss Gabrielle's. I'll put it on Hannah.
I know that she learned a lot from that first fight, and I know that she has a lot of I think competition still in her, and I think if she got that opportunity, she would want to be able to get the right nutrition, the right training, the right supplementation. She'd want to do it right, because basically, let's say they were to announce that fight, it could almost be like Clarissa and her team trying to cherry pick an inactive Hannah, and basically go and get that scalp put on her resume. But I would like to see that fight. I just would hope if that fight gets made, Hannah has sufficient time to really get herself in shape to compete with someone like Clarissa, who is a snack athlete, and those snack athletes perform at a very high level, and they have expanded gas tanks. And I would just want Hannah to be able to really compete. You know what I mean? Skill-wise and everything, she has it, but I would want her to be able to keep up the pace.
Exactly. That's what I would say, the endurance, because just like you said, thank you, took the endurance, because like you said, it would be, that's the thing, because, medical science and things I said like that, because of everything but the endurance. You said it's right on smack. And that's what I was going to say earlier, but you took it right out of my mouth. It's the endurance. Right. That's what it is.
Let me ask you something else. When it comes to Amanda Serrano.
That's why I said the 15 rounds.
Yeah, 15 rounds. Yeah. Well, I understand what you're saying. Now, with Amanda Serrano, so you think she should fight AB? You think she should fight Caroline Dubois too?
Yeah.
Really?
I really do. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how, but yeah.
You gotta. So when you watch Serrano, you still.
Why not?
I'm just saying, she's at the end of her career. It seemed like to me she's kind of downshifted, where she's more like, I'm chasing this record, the knockouts. So she'll fight this weekend, hopefully get a knockout. Then she'll fight someone else. Probably not going to be someone who could knock her out, but she's going to fight someone else and probably knock them out. Then she's done. But you still feel she has enough fight in her, which I know she can scrap. But you still think she's got the passion to want to get in a goddamn, possibly a sequel with a Baumgardener, or maybe fight Dubois and fight 2 fights with her. You still think she got that kind of competitive energy to get in wars like what she had with Katie Taylor across 3 fights?
Yeah, because as long as they don't get too far out, like Hagler and Leonard, when back in the day, back in like the early '80s, when Hagler was really wanting Leonard, and all of a sudden, but then several years later, they finally got together, and the reason Hagler didn't beat Leonard because it just wasn't in him no more, just wasn't in him. As long as they don't get to that, yeah. As long as they don't get that level, that far, yeah.
Man, I'm just like, man, Caroline Dubois is, like they say in the chat, she a young buck, you know what I mean? And she got that energy. She still got those legs. She hasn't really been in a war. Alycia has been in some pretty tough fights, but she hasn't really been in a war like, in my opinion, like what Katie Taylor and Serrano put each other through. So I don't know, man. I respect Serrano. I just would hate to see her at the end of her career. That'd have been like Floyd Mayweather fighting Keith Thurman or Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence right at the end of his career. I mean, that's like, even now, Terrence Crawford, before he retired, fighting Jerome Boots Ennis, even though I think Crawford and Ennis would have been a really good fight. But you get these guys at the end of their career, who wants the sport to retire them? And now we're talking about the women, who wants the sport to retire them? So, but I just sound to me like, and I agree, you got a lot of respect for Serrano, and you know what she brings to the ring, so you think she'd be able to handle herself. I think that's what you're saying. She could do it. Why not?
Yes, sir.
Don't retire and then come back 2 years later, and then now you out of your prime, and there's this something that's unresolved in you, and you come and get yourself hurt. So I agree with that too, man. You got to be 100% on retiring.
Right. So it's a little bit of yes, a little bit of with this we're talking. It's a little bit of what do you call like reality faces? What do you call that? Art face? What do you call that? You know, they're saying reality faces, reality TV or whatever, like in real life, like the movie Rocky.
Yeah.
He didn't want nothing to do with Mr. T came along and didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Did what nothing and try to, he didn't want nothing to do with it, and then he explained to Rocky why. All this, right? So yeah, it's a little bit of truth there. The great truth to everything. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, be interesting to see though. That's what I'm saying. Be interested to see. I love to see. Right. It'll be. I think it would really give this thing with women's boxing. It would give another lift and take it to another, another level, and set it off. Just set it off. Because what Calyssa's doing, man. That kind of I was scared because I said, "Oh no, this girl gonna sit up and put in all everything done accomplished and knocked it back down, man. Just like what they're doing with the government, with the administration trying to do right now, federal administration with us and civil rights and all that stuff and everything and all this other stuff." I said, "Oh man."
Right. Do you think Clarissa has, when you look at Serrano, her and Katie Taylor have elevated women's boxing? And Clarissa, although Clarissa is like a thorn in my side with her attitude and bullcrap, but Clarissa has helped to elevate women's boxing as well. But with what she's done over like the last year especially, she's brought so much negative attention on herself and on the sport, and everyone's impacted because Clarissa is a big name. So if great things were happening with Clarissa, all the women would be benefiting from that. The same way where what's happening with her to me is not the most positive, the women are enduring that as well. It just comes with the territory. If Serrano was out here acting the fool, all the women would suffer. Layla Ali's retired, but if Layla Ali woke up tomorrow, tripped, hit her head, and decided to act crazy and take it to the stupid, the whole sport of women's boxing would suffer. So when I watch Clarissa, I think she had a good thing going, but she chose this villain role, and that's overshadowed all the great things she's accomplished. And that's the reality of it. That's the reality of it, man.
You said it. Yeah, exactly. You said it. Just like I mentioned, Rocky movie. Okay, the one before that, Rocky 2, when he told her, say, "Oh, well, if you're coming out, and calling him out, you're gonna be looking like the bad guy." He didn't care. So, like you said, because it was his ego or whatever, But exactly. Thank you. You just said when he's talking about Apollo Creed, right? Thank you. Yeah, you're right. That's it. Yeah, you said it. You said it. You're saying it. That's true. It's true. That's why it's the kind of business it is, man. It's boxing. It's a sweet science, but it's everything we just said about but it's business too. But like I said, like you said, she ain't got a good people around her, man. She ain't got good. That's what it all is. Comes down to she ain't got good people around her, man. I'm serious. It comes down to that too. She ain't got good people around her. She ain't got the right kind of people around her.
Right.
I'm serious. PR and all this. And whoever tried to tell her something, even if they went in there and told her to do something, they ain't giving her the right advice, man. She ain't got good people around her. Come on, Clarissa. You know what I'm talking about. Right. She ain't got the right people around her. And that's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah. What else you got, man?
Oh, that's it, brother. I just wanted, my 2 cents in, and but just say, prophecy fulfilled. It's been prophecy fulfilled.
Yep.
Didn't know where it was going. Sooner or later, it was going to happen. But that's all I wanted to say.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling as always.
All right.
All right, champ. Talk to you. Yes. All right. Yeah, man. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, when it comes to Serrano, that's the POTUS right there. Let me do this here real quick. Let me just edit this real quick. Save. All right. But so let me ask y'all a question, because do y'all think Amanda Serrano should keep fighting? Good caller. Yeah, man. I enjoy talking with him. Y'all think Amanda should keep fighting? OG says Amanda's the new MVP's first female commissioner coach out. Well, that's exactly, OG. That's what I was talking about. I thought it was the executive, but she's the commissioner. Okay, that's the actual duty title. But yeah, but that's a big deal. That's why she's transitioning, man. You know, she's transitioning to a different role. It's kind of like what Anthony Joshua is going to transition to with the zone once Anthony Joshua finishes with the sport of boxing. So they're getting things in place, man, so they can go on to do bigger and better. You know what I mean? I think it's outstanding. Says she had the world in her hand and tossed it because it's not all about her. So she has taken it to the stupid. Yeah, no, I agree. But this is the thing right here. You look at Amanda Serrano, right? Jiu-jitsu, MMA, and boxing. Did very well across all three disciplines. But she wasn't caught up in no drama that I'm aware of. You know what I'm saying? And look at what she's been able to achieve as far as the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull something up here. I think I actually have it up to show people. This is. Let me pull it up here. Right, wrong one. Right one. This is Amanda Serrano right here. 48 wins. This woman had 48 fights. Well, actually more than 48 fights. 52 total fights. 4 losses, 48 wins, 31 knockouts. Think she needs 33 to break Christy Martin's record. She's 37 years old, 5'5", 65.5-inch reach. You know what I'm saying? Call it a real deal. She turned pro in 2009, people. 2009, she almost been fighting 30 years. 2009, 20. Yeah, so yeah, she's had, what's like 18, 17 years, man. You know what I mean? So if she continues, next thing you know, she'll be having a 20-year damn career. So she's been out here, man, banging, man, for about over 17 years now. You know what I'm saying? That's a long damn career. Just look at when she actually, let me show y'all something. This is gonna bug you out. When she turned pro. She turned pro in 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2009 is when she turned pro. That's crazy. 2026. So she's just a few years away from having a 30-year career. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of damn fighting, man. That's a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting, man. Absolutely amazing, you know. And now she's fighting Cheyenne Hansen. But again, when you talk about Amanda Serrano, you got to put some respect on her name, you know. And that why, to me, it's kind of disrespectful to come out here and act like Serrano shouldn't be. Well, let me just say this: doesn't deserve. If anyone's going to be called a GOAT, the greatest woman of all time, well, y'all know I try to be fair. Layla Ali definitely, you know, but with Serrano and her accomplishments, man, I mean, it's kind of hard to overlook that. How much time she put in the game. She's not one out here calling herself that. The people are the ones, man, who are supposed to come out here and put that title on you, put that crown on you. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to bestow that on you. And when you think about 7 weight divisions, and she wasn't going up weight divisions just looking to cherry pick. No, she was going up, man, and battling, banging. You know, even when she fought Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano's always tested herself. That ain't her weight. She went up out of her weight division banging against Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor can fight. Katie Taylor is pound for pound, maybe the best. Katie Taylor is a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? And she went up, you know, she get out of her comfort zone, out of her weight class, fighting a beast. Now, Clarissa did go up in weight. It's not Clarissa's fault that some of the people she fought, they were champions and she's just better than them. But there was no, and I don't want to disrespect anyone because it's hard to get up and run and train and get punched in the face and go fight. But the competition there wasn't stiff. So when we start, if you really want to start splitting hairs on world titles and shit like that, you look at who Amanda Serrano faced and the level of competition and the competitive energy they brought in that ring compared to Clarissa Shields. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, Clarissa can fight. The one thing I think that create separation from Clarissa and most of the people that we have, you know, in these comparison conversations, right? Is Clarissa's ability to up it in a fight. But Amanda Serrano's been doing that too. And look how much time how long she been fighting. So I just think that she deserves more respect, man. You know what I'm saying? And in addition to that, I think another way where she's being disrespected is where people are expecting her to come now and fight some of these young guns. Nah, man, she's had her rival. Layla Ali put it out there. Get a rival. Build a fight. And then make your money. Layla Ali went out there and put the blueprint, man, to success. And remember, Layla and Ann Wolf, that fight never happened. Layla explained what happened. It wasn't on Layla. She came out when I interviewed her. She came out and explained all that. If y'all don't know, just go watch the interview. I got it right there on my page. She and I talked for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Listen to that interview. She and I aren't on there. We're not on there talking shit. No, man, it's a serious conversation back and forth. Y'all know when I interview people, I'm not here talking out my neck. You know, I'm asking, you know, the stuff I hear y'all talk about and the things that I feel we can learn more about them. Just look at like last night, I talked to Jada the Boxer and Charlita. I had no idea that they were going to come on the live. But Jada the Boxer and I, we ended up talking damn near 3 hours. I think maybe over 3 hours, but we talked 2 hours and maybe almost 3 hours. But we got to learn a lot about her, get her to clarify some things. But that's how the conversation goes. So go listen to that Layla Ali interview. But she broke that down. But that right there was Layla's rival. How nice it would have been to see a trilogy with those two. But it didn't happen. Clarissa Shields and Shadesha Green, that's the rival right there. But who knows what's going to happen right there. You know what I'm saying? But that, to me, for Clarissa Shields, that was her rival. Yeah, some say, no, Baumgardener's a rival. But they're not, the weight class, it'll never work out because of the weight. But the rivalry, to me, is what I think can really help elevate both fighters. And that's what Serrano did with Katie Taylor. But why does Serrano need to come back here and have a damn another trilogy and a rivalry with somebody else? But I wouldn't mind seeing it. But I think Serrano should do what she wants. Says, without Katie Taylor, there would be no women's boxing in the Olympics. Yo, Katie Taylor, people don't know about her and her accomplishments, man. I did videos on Katie Taylor. Y'all need to go watch that video, man. I didn't know about Katie Taylor as an amateur and all those accomplishments. Katie, when you want to start talking about who got gold medals and who has this, go and you'll be surprised. You get up to speed on Katie Taylor. It'll make you look at Clarissa Shields differently. Now, I'm telling you what Clarissa did as an amateur is outstanding. But Katie Taylor, because they don't talk about it. This is the difference. Katie Taylor doesn't say anything. Eddie Hearn will talk about it. But Katie Taylor don't care. She's like, she doesn't talk about it. She knows what she's done and she's cool with that. And most people who are successful, they don't come out here bragging and boasting about nothing. They're okay. They're content. They don't need validation from anybody. And I respect that because I move the same way. I don't care what nobody thinks about me. Only thing I'm concerned about is, you know, my fan bam. Outside of that, I really don't I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing for you. You ain't doing nothing for me. So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like the way Katie Taylor moves. But if you go and you look at that video I did, it's an eye opener. I'll put it to you that way. It says, Katie Taylor's bad. Yeah, Katie Taylor's the truth. Denise Rodriguez, what's going on, champ? Serrano officially vacated her WBC title to be able to advocate for women to fight 3-minute rounds. Yeah, I know. She did that. And I think Baumgartner ended up losing the title or something about that. Yeah. But yeah, Serrano's the truth, man. You got to put respect on Serrano's name. You know, that's why, you know, I feel bad. I talk about her, you know, but this week I wanted to talk more. But I've done several videos on her. But tonight I said, let me make sure to come out here, man, and talk about Serrano. You know what I'm saying? For real. Where we at here? It says Serrano already proved herself. Yeah, she been proved herself, man. Serrano, she don't have nothing to prove, man. Lovejoy says, Clarissa let Papoose step in and turn her world upside down while she's become the laughing stock of the internet. Yeah, most people would agree with you, man. What's up, B. Asia? Says, I think she still has it in her to keep going. I like her, but I like her too, but I can't understand her wanting to get into. I can understand her wanting to get into some business. I applaud her. No, I agree. Yeah, that's what she should do. I like the way she's moving. I like the way she's moving, man. She got the courage to come out and show her narcissist traits and unresolved traumas. Right. Okay, anyway, man, let me scroll back down here to the bottom. Let me see what your Cleoca Godfrey knows she may want to have a family. Yeah. You know what, Serrano did mention that. She did mention that. You know, her whole thing has been boxing. You know what I'm saying? Settling down, having a family. You know, when you start thinking like that, it's time to hang them up. You know what I mean? You know what I think. Even what changed me, man, is when my first child was born. Before that, I was an animal. You know what I'm saying? Work, everything. I was a real intense dude, man. When my first son came, the world was different. Like that, when that little joker was born, and I fell asleep and woke up the next day, and it's like he's here. I'm in the hospital. You know, I'm like, wake up and boom, because I stayed there overnight. You know, with my wife, and I'm like, yo, ain't no going back now. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the little baby and snap your finger and it disappear. So everything the next day looked different. Outside looked different. The sun, the tree, everything was different. The air was different, you know, and the way I saw shit changed. You know what I mean? If I still had that same energy and mentality I had when I was younger, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here. You know, so I think maturing, having good mentors, good examples, good family, good support team, they help you transition, man, and to continue improving yourself. And then once you decide to go on and now you have a family, most people, not all, but most people, I think that having a child definitely changes you. Not everybody. I can only talk from my experience, but I've seen both ends of the spectrum. But for her, if she's thinking about that, she needs to chill. It's like Clarissa. For anyone who's thinking about having a family, man, you know, you gotta be careful with this boxing shit. Says, if Clarissa wins that BET award and what we've seen on the internet so far is nothing, what are we gonna start seeing from her? You know, speaking of that BET award, right? And Lovejoy, yeah, I'll probably be commentating the fight tomorrow. It just depends, man, because like last night I didn't fall asleep till like 4 o'clock. I was up at 6. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get up. Kids get up, right? And I was like, damn, I'm tired. So got them hooked up with breakfast, and then I didn't go back to sleep. I went to the boxing gym for 8:30. So I worked out from 8:30 to 10. Then I came home, got my son, took him back to the boxing gym, trained him, and ran around. But then I came here to do videos about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and my body was just shutting down. So I can't sit in front of a computer tired like that. Operating off of 2 hours of sleep. So I went and rested, you know what I mean? But tomorrow, as long as I'm not tired, I'll be calling the fight. It says, facts, that's just what Pap and the internet fame did, pull out the worst traits in her. Yeah. Now, about the BET Awards, let me tell you something. Am I the only one who feels like she's going to win? Am I the only one who feels like she's going to win? I mean, let's be for real here. How is she? But I can understand how she's being nominated, and I'm pulling from my own experience. We talk about recognition ceremonies. If somebody's name was put on there, and then there's something that they get themselves in a little bit of trouble, I've seen where you don't pull it like the nomination, you leave it. You just know they're not going to win. So this is what should happen in my opinion. Clarissa should not win tomorrow. But the fact they left her there as a nominee, that's what's driving the dialogue. But if she wins, that lets you know that there's some kind of connections and strings being pulled. Because there's no way in the world she should win that. Now, I wish I didn't plan on talking about that. But as far as the name of the award and what the person who wins that award should embody, you see, I'd have to read that criteria. And then I could share it with y'all. And depending on what the criteria says, it'll be easy to say, okay, does she meet this criteria? And if she doesn't, you know, then she shouldn't win. And if she wins, that just lets you know the secret society's in full EFFECT. You know what I mean? She should not win. You know, she out here carrying on, acting crazy, went and slapped Alycia Baumgardener. She shouldn't win at all, man. That's wild, to be honest with you, man. But we're gonna see what she had to say. Says, I sure hope not. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. The main events for tomorrow are 10 3-minute rounds. Okay. Appreciate it, Denise. Denise, you sound like you're close to the source, sis. So hopefully you are close to the source, man. You need to come on out and just let me know who you are, because you're talking a whole lot about Serrano and dropping gems. Don't be hiding in the bushes, Denise Rodriguez. If you somebody, call in. 929-839-0679. I want to hear from you. You ain't got to say who you are, but call in, let us know what's up. I'll be paying attention to the people who come into the chat and be out here dropping little jewels on me. You know, I pay attention. You know what I mean? So go ahead and call in. You don't have to say who you are. Where are we at here? But yeah, good. Both of the main events are 10 3-minute rounds, huh? Well, I wonder why they're going that direction. I know Serrano's already been doing it. But again, they're doing something that they're probably trying to force Clarissa's hand to go that direction. I wonder if Clarissa would do 3-minute rounds. I wonder if she will. But there was some talk about the money. But I don't know. I wonder if she'll do it. Because you got, these women are MVP. More and more starting to fight them 10 3-minute rounds or the 3-minute rounds. It's putting a lot of pressure out there on the ladies. It says, Miss B says, great live with Jada and Charlita Hood. Yeah, man, I had no idea that was going to happen. I was on there damn near 5 hours, boy. My ass was tired. But it was good. I enjoyed talking to both of them. And like I told y'all before, Charlita and I spoke before, months ago. You know, just nobody is aware of that because I didn't really say much about it. But Charlita and I are real cool. You know, I got a lot of respect for Charlita. When we talk, it's a different conversation because my mind don't be on all the drama. We just be talking, getting to know each other. So I like Charlita, man. And I hate the fact that, to hear her sound like that last night, you know what I mean? It's just, a person shouldn't have to feel that way. Anybody says she won't win, they'll block her again. They should. But I'm just telling you, they should. And I'm not, if Clarissa is out here doing outstanding things with her career, uplifting the sport of women's sport of boxing, involving the community, and she deserves it. You know, if your effort is greater, your reward should be greater. But if your effort is not as great as person X's effort is not as great as person Y, their reward shouldn't be greater. Because when that happens, that kills morale. And when you just look at the morale when it comes to women's boxing, I'm not saying it's at an all-time low, but I think it's been adversely impacted. You know what I mean? I really do. I feel it's been adversely impacted by Clarissa and the big goddamn virus that's been infecting everybody. So if she wins that, that's going to be all, to me, that's all bad. But if she's doing the business, then whoever's doing the business deserves to be recognized. Whoever's doing it. But if you're out here doing bullshit, yeah, you deserve to be recognized too. Be publicly lynched and embarrassed and get the fuck up out of here. You know? It says they nominate her to play in her face because she will crash on everybody. Will make money. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't watch TV like that. You know what I mean? But for the awards, for the BET Awards, I will probably watch it. I'll probably watch the portion when they're doing the awards and record it so I can catch her reaction. Because if she's in attendance, I want to see when they put that camera on her face and she's there talking about some, man, please. This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's how she's going to react. She may do like Kanye West and run up there and grab the microphone and shit like he did from, what's her name? Taylor Swift? Beyonce. She may get up there, Papoose may go grab the mic. The big quote. Hey, no hating on you ladies over here, but Big Goat deserves this award. There may be some drama out there, man. I honestly believe she is not going to win. Where am I at? Am I skipping over stuff? It's a voted win, I believe, and she's definitely not on no one's list. So unless they can pay, she'll come in second. You just never know, man. I'm just telling you from experience when it comes to recognition ceremonies. You just never know, man. It says Aja Wilson will win. Yeah, I hope so. But if Clarissa gets her stuff together, I think she deserves to be treated fairly. I'll be honest with you. My husband was fussing because he said I stayed on your live all night when he gets up. When he gets up for work. He probably wondering, what the hell are y'all talking about to have you staying on these lives? That's probably what it is. You know what I'm saying? If she wins up against Wilson, the fix is in, yeah. Hey, I did a video on Wilson, man. Wilson, she got her shit together. Now that I know she's who are all the nominees? I don't know who all the nominees are. But Wilson got her stuff together, man, while we're sitting here talking. Yeah, I like her, man. I like her. I think I actually had it right here. Let me pull, because some people don't know who she is. I'll pull it up for y'all right now. Some people don't know who she is. But there was something, I did a video on her, and there was something that I came across, and I read it, and I'm going to pull it up right now so I can share it with you. Because I tell you what, when I read this description about her and the things that she does, let me see if I can find it. I was like, whoa, this is what she's doing. Let me come down a little bit more. But she's involved in the community. She's involved everywhere. She really is. Let me see if I can find that thing. I'm about to share it with y'all. I did a video on her, man, and they had some really good stuff. But she's a badass basketball player, but she does a lot of things in her community as well. Where is it? Because I was very, very impressed with her. Let me see. I can't find it. I may just have to pull it up on my channel and show you. But it was talking about all the things that she's doing and all the things she's involved with. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, because somebody told me about her because they know the only sport I watch is boxing. But once they told me about it, I went and did some research, and I was like, oh, ain't no way in the world Clarissa going to be able to compete with this individual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me pull it up on my channel because I'm digging too much, and I don't like spending so much time here looking for something. But it's all good. Let me go to my channel because I got it on my channel. Let me pull it up real quick. But yeah, now she's a really good example, man, for women in sports and just as a human being. She's a good example to everybody. Very good example. Let me pull this up. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let's see. Let me search right here. Wilson is the last name. Oh yeah, here it is right here. This is the video I did. Let me see if I can find this thing. All right, let me skip the ad. See, I didn't know so many. See, let you know, I don't follow these other sports, but the amount of people that were on this, man, just let me know. Okay, so this is the video I did a while ago on it. Make it a little bit smaller. But let me see, where is that piece where they're talking about her? Let me grab it. That's it right there. So I'm gonna play this piece for y'all right here. Yep, here it comes right here. Let me take this off. Has championships, MVP awards, Olympic success, and leadership in women's basketball, but achievements alone aren't why brands invest. And let me show you this. This is it right here. You thought we sleep on an SEC champion, national champion, #1 draft pick, 5-time All-Star, U.S. Olympic gold winner, WNBA Finals MVP, a statue-having New York Times bestseller, Time 100 Most Influential People in 2024, 2-time WNBA champion, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time WNBA MVP, and pettiest hooper on the internet. You thought, of course, I just got a shoe arrive in 2025. Now, when you look at that right there, you know, that's why I did the video on it. Claressa Shields should be looking at that. You know what I'm saying? That's what she should be looking at. Looking at that and trying to understand how she can get herself into a position similar to that. You know what I mean? 100%, man. Says, if she won, could you imagine what her speech would be? She's gonna sound ratchet, unprofessional. Yeah, well, hopefully that she would have a speech prepared and she would get up there and she would stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? It says 3-time now. But that's the thing. Let me go back to this. This thing, when it comes to, just look at what she has here. Like, just take a look at this. I mean, this is a pretty big damn deal, man. You know what I'm saying? If I was on Claressa's team, I'd be looking at this right here. What could I do to have Time, a New York Times bestseller, Time 100 Most Influential People in 2024? How would I try to get Claressa Shields to be one of 100 most influential people? You know what I'm saying? That would be my goal. Because this is her competition right here. People like this. This is a big deal, man. You know what I'm saying? Claressa Shields got a street sign. This woman got a statue. And look at all these accomplishments. And this isn't even touching on her involvement in the community. You know, all I'm saying is she's someone that I think people can learn from, man. You know what I mean? She could and will never. Yeah. Yeah. She's someone people can learn from, you know. For real, man. Says that Sha'Carri Richardson is also on that list. So Sha'Carri's on that list as well. I mean, Claressa she don't have a leg to stand on. And that's not me wishing her bad. I mean, let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. Those are Ferraris. Those are Rolls Royces. She in a Hyundai. Claressa a Hyundai Sonata. You know what I'm saying? A Hyundai not to think you're going to win that goddamn award. You know what I'm saying? That's what she is. She a Hyundai Sonata up there with Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis and shit. G-Wagons, you know what I mean? Spaceships, private jets. She out there riding in the Hyundai Sonata. So not to think you stand a goddamn chance. Because they ruined her. And this just lets you know, man, her team, they ain't thinking big picture. You know what I'm saying? This is a good example. This is a whole video right here. You know what I mean? Proof that Claressa Shields' team is failing her. And then show you the women who are on the list, show you what that criteria about is for that award, and then show you all the things those women have done. And then come and try to create a laundry list of what Claressa may have done. Because she better not come out here talking about, oh, it's a robbery because I'm a dark-skinned woman. No, it's your attitude. Attitude. That should have nothing to do with no complexion. Stop it. just really sucks, you know what I mean? But Sha'Carri got arrested twice in the past year. Well, yeah, well, she ain't gonna win, you know what I'm saying? She shouldn't, but they're on the list, so we'll see how it plays out. But Sha'Carri, yeah, well, she fought a boyfriend, right? Then she something about speeding or something. Yeah, it's crazy. I told you they're playing with her. Yeah, that's wild. She can't win, but if she wins, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm gonna be recording that. I'm gonna see how she's gonna respond. But if she wins, that's all she wrote. They kept her nominated for the views. Yeah, I think you're right. There's some brilliant people out there that are like, nope, put her on the list. Sha'Carri Richardson could be another one. They're like, nope, put her on the list. Because people are going to tune in. You know, those are two big names when it comes to women in sports. It says because it made sense not nominate her for antics last year, they're 100% playing. Well, no, you know what? Clarissa Shields, she was making a bunch of noise last year too, but the slap happened this year. What's up, Beasia?
Peace, good evening, everyone. I'm gonna read this list to you, and you're gonna see why Clarissa should not win.
Okay.
You got Angel Reese on that list. You got Flo J. Johnson, who is also nice on the mic, so she knocks Clarissa out all the way across the board. Let me turn my thing down. You got Coco Gauff, who is tennis. She nice. Good girl. Gabby Thomas, Jordan Childs, gymnastics. I forgot what Gabby is in. Track and field. Gabby is track and field. Jordan Childs, gymnastics, and Naomi Osaka, tennis.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way Clarissa should win any award. Not this year. It's not her year.
Right.
For that.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's from 2025 to 2026. So she ain't going to win. And then even going to 2027 when they have the awards for like 2026, she won't win then either because, you know, the bullshit this whole year in Baumgardener. So it's going to be this for 2025 and 2026. She may get nominated, but she won't win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no way in the world.
And you know, whoever put her up there, whoever said that, you know, put something to talk about, that's exactly what it is. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking along those lines. That's why I said these lives are good. That's right. That's exactly what they did, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah. And if she does win, then we know what it is. And I will never watch the BET Awards ever again if they do that. I promise I won't.
But I'm trying to be honest with you. I just, I don't know if they got that kind of pull with BET to be able to, like, hey, we need this solid. We need her to win. Like, I just don't know if they got that kind of pull. You know what I'm saying?
Even if they did, I'm looking at the integrity of, you know, whoever's at BET to let that happen. If she didn't win the first time she was nominated and Angel Reese took it, there's no way she should get it for 25, 26.
Right.
You know, there's no way. She's done too much this year that has not been positive at all. You know, so no. But I went back and listened to this morning, today, because I couldn't get, I already told you how I feel about that person, but that the boxing talk, that was 100. I'm chef kiss to that one, for real. That past the Clarissa talk, everything else, she started talking boxing. That was really good last night. I just watched it today while I was at work. I finished watching it.
What, with Jada the boxer and myself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a good conversation. Yeah, Charlotte, yeah, that was a good conversation, man, a good conversation.
Yeah. And I look at Shalita a little bit different. When she's not wilding, when she's not on the defense, I can hear her. I listen to her a little bit different. You have a way of pulling certain things out of people.
Who, me?
You know, in a more positive light. I think, you know, that's why I respect your channel. But I'm going to hop back in the bushes.
Yeah, but one thing about me, you already noticed. I don't want to. I don't really want to hear all that negative shit. You know, I like to talk. There's so much that we could talk about, and we could touch on a little bit of the drama. But you know, we can touch on. Let's talk about something else because there's so much depth to these women, and even you know, there's some guys who I talk to, but I'm like, I've invited some to come on the chat, but what I do, I say, hey, you know, whenever you're ready, I ain't gonna humbug you. Like I don't hound nobody for no interview. I just say, if you want to, I'm there. And when people reach out, then they come through. But like yesterday, I had no idea that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. So when I saw Jada the Boxer in the chat, the name jumped out to me because she's never in here. At least she's not typing anything. And I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, call in because I was like, okay. I had just watched a little clip of one of her videos earlier, and I already know who Charlita is, but I didn't know she was going to come in there like damn near 2 a.m. You know, I was like, Remy Savage. At first, I thought it was Remy Ma. And then I was like, hold on, that's Charlita. And I was like, damn, she in here too? So I was like, all right, I'll stay on and talk to her, man, because I know her, you know. And then we talked and we had a good conversation. So yeah, you know. But and I appreciate the feedback and the support, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was fire. And I also with Amanda Serrano, yeah, it's time. Let her step up to the next level, especially if she want to have a family. I'm always gonna, you know, we're women, and that's where we're different from men. You know, you want to have a family, enough of getting punched on. You need your body. You need your strength, especially if you're talking about carrying the baby. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what she want to do, I mean, she did her thing, and then her retiring as the highest paid. What female? Is it just women's, or is she the highest paid?
Oh, Amanda Serrano?
Yeah.
I think I don't know, but I know in women's boxing, yeah, her and Katie Taylor both. I think Jake Paul may have given Serrano more money for that third fight, but both of them made, my understanding, over 10 million apiece. They made some dough in that one fight. They made some dough.
I think Serrano is the highest paid. I think she's higher than all of them. I really think she is. I'm gonna have to look it up. But who deserves to win an award for boxing? Amanda Serrano.
Yeah.
I'll just answer that right now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm back in the bushes.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
All right.
Yeah. But since we're talking about all these awards and female athletes, if they had an award right now, just boxing and the ladies, right? We set aside all the emotion and we really think about just active right now, the women who are active right now. Who do you think deserves to win best female boxer? And let's say of the year. Best female boxer of the year. As far as what they've accomplished inside the ring, the things they're doing outside the ring, with their community and everything else. And their impact overall on women's boxing. So when you establish a very sound and definitive criteria, and then you apply that to all these women, who do you think deserves to win? Now there's a lot of women, female boxers, there's a lot of champions. A lot of us don't know much about them. You got them in Australia, in the UK. But just on that list that I put out, man, you know, I put out Serrano, I put Baumgardener, Ellie Scott, and Big Goat. You know what I'm saying? You can take Big Goat off of that with the quickness. But you got to at least mention a name, you know, but you got to take her off of there. Baumgartner, you know, deserves to be on there. Caroline DeBaum maybe deserves to be on there. She just picked up another title. Ellie Scott or Ellie Scottney, whatever. There's a lot of them, man. But Serrano, you know what I'm saying? You got to put her on there. So that's just my opinion, man. Yeah, then Trinica Johnson. Yep, you got Trinica Johnson. There's a whole list of. I pulled it up the other day. I'll pull it up since we're talking about it. It's on. I'll show y'all what it is. Instead, let me tell you where it's on. Because we looked at it the other day, and I'll pull it up again, man. I'll show y'all. What is this crap that just pulled up? Okay, here it is, man. I think it's ESPN. Here it is right here. They got all these female boxers, man. A lot of people don't even know about them. And I've been meaning for like the last month to do a video on them, but I just been too busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So this right here is the women. Let me bring this over a little bit. The women's boxing champion list. That's a big vault right there. But let's scroll down. So at the heavyweight division, Clarissa Shields is the big dog. Hold on a second here. You got Clarissa Shields. That's over 175 pounds. Then you come down at 175 light heavyweight. The WBO is vacant. WBC is vacant. We got Daniel Perkins and Sarah Shurich. Then at 168 pounds, you got Lanai Daniels, who's unified. Franchon Cruz is unified. The two of them need to fight for the 168-pound strap. Then at 160, you got Desley Robinson, who's unified. Kay Scott, who's unified. At 154 pounds, you got Chantel Cameron, O'Shea Jones, then Michaela Mayer has 2 belts. Now, O'Shea Jones, I believe, yeah, all of them are about to fight. Not each other, but I think they all have something lined up. Then at 147, Michaela Mayer still has a belt, and Lauren Price has 3. At 140, Katie Taylor has 3, Sandy Ryan has 1. At 135, Caroline Dubois has 2. I think she's going to be fighting Alif Nurturhan next. Alif Nurturhan is tough, has a lot of knockouts. And then Stephanie Hahn has the WBA. At 130 pounds, Baumgartner has 3 belts. Caroline Veer has the WBC. I do think Alycia Baumgardener is going to end up fighting Caroline Veer to become undisputed, because the Caroline Dubois fight obviously isn't next. So I think Alycia is going to fight Caroline Veer to become undisputed. And that just makes the fight between her and Caroline Dubois even bigger. At featherweight, you got Amanda Serrano, who has 2 straps. Nina Minky has 1. And then Tara Brown, she has a WBC strap. Now, I know Tara Brown wants to become undisputed at 126 pounds. At 122, that's the name I put in there, Ellie Scottney. She became undisputed, and that's a big deal. Then you got Trinica Johnson, who's undisputed at 118. Then at 115, y'all may not even know these names. Once we get down to Fundora. But there it is, 112, Gabrielle Fundora. I forgot, I should have added her to that list. Gabrielle Fundora doesn't get enough love, man. I need to do more videos on her. She is a problem. And then these are just the other women, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can see they got some badasses out there, man. You know, these female fighters, they get busy, man. They do. Chanika. Yeah, that's why I just went over. Yeah, Chanika is no joke. Shanika Johnson, she's a badass, man. You know, for real. Says Desley Robinson, another unified world champion from Australia. Oh, okay, Mark. Yeah, I have 2 videos that I'm doing. I started them today, but I got tired. On a UK boxing roll-up and an Australian boxing roll-up. I was just too tired to do them, but I'll do them tomorrow. She need to go to MVP. Yeah. Says, I don't know who asked that, but I market for myself. I'm a self-made business owner. I'm a monsterpreneur. I don't work for no one. I hear that, Big. You got your stuff together. That's outstanding. That's outstanding, man. Says Serrano, but because Chris has 2 Olympic golds, they'll give it to her. Those gold medals don't mean anything anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, those gold medals, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's a great accomplishment, but it doesn't mean anything. I don't hear anybody else talking about gold medals and medals and shit. You know, it's just like me being a retired cat. Me and my other cats who are retired, we got all kind of awards and all kind of shit, man. You know what I mean? To reach the level that I reach, some of my friends reach, the amount of accolades and recognition and awards and trophies and shit I have is crazy. For leadership and just, you know, different things. It's crazy. I don't be talking about that shit. We don't even care. Like that shit is, no one cares. It's over. You got to focus on the present. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? It says Charlita and Jada spoke with poise and intelligence. Clarissa doesn't have those qualities. I know she mad. Yeah, I don't know why she just don't call in. You know what I'm saying? If she called in, I would still treat her with respect. I'm not going to trip on Clarissa Shields. I'm surprised she hasn't called in. I know she wants to. She could call in, and it's going to go viral. As long as she calls in and she's herself, She don't come out here trying to be someone she's not. Just come on out here and be yourself. That's why she avoids that headache. If she would have been herself, nobody would have made a big deal about the first time she called in. I like getting a deeper understanding of things, and I continue to renew my love for boxing watching your show and your lives. Okay, Lady London. Well, let's appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It says, Mark Wynn says, BET Awards. I never heard of this before, so I Googled. I could imagine the reaction if the first word of these awards was white. Just saying. Oh, man, Mark, you in Australia, man. I believe you're in Australia. The BET Awards been around since I was a kid, man. You never heard of Black Entertainment Awards? It's not even a black-owned company anymore. It used to be. But yeah, Mark, yeah, you guys probably, I think you're in Australia, Mark. Yeah, I'm surprised you never heard of BET Awards, you know what I mean? Or BET, Black Entertainment Television. What's up with Clarissa, new fighter she signed the Sniper? Yeah, I don't know much about anyone Clarissa has signed, I don't know. Beasia says someone used a clip of you and gave you credit today. Well, that's cool, that's what happens when you get certain people come out here and do interviews, and right now Clarissa's a hot topic, Charlita's a hot topic, Jada's a hot topic. So I'm not surprised that there are people who sit here watching my lives and may find something that they feel could be beneficial for a video that they're putting together. So I'm cool, I'm cool. Why do they call Alycia undisputed if she's missing a belt? Because nobody beat her to get that belt. That's why. Because she was fighting 3-minute rounds. They took her belt. You know what I'm saying? They did her wrong. They did Serrano wrong. But these women are standing. They're standing up for something. They really feel women's boxing. The women can fight 3-minute rounds like the men, and they're taking a stance. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It says Clarissa being herself, not a good thing though. Mark, we all agree with you, man. Clarissa has a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? Perkins is signed to Clarissa T-Rex Promotions. Yep, she is. We'll see how all that goes. I wish Perkins nothing but the best. One thing I'll say is Demetrius Salita. You hear a lot of boxers, man, they who work with him, they don't have good opinions about him, but time will tell if it's all a good union, as at the moment, I don't know. Give it some time and then we'll know. Me, man, I got an opinion right now. It's not looking good, but let's see what happens with time. In a year, 2 years, we'll know exactly what's going on. Says Clarissa signed Perkins to keep her enemies close. She's not slick. She's scared. Says God, thanks for answering. Cool. They're setting a trend and standard. Yep. Crystal Rosado, same weight class as Trinica Johnson. Rosado is the Puerto Rican, right? She can fight, man. She can fight. I think that's the name, Rosado. She can fight for sure, man. All right. So anyway, man, how long I've been on here? 2 hours. If y'all want to call in, call in. If not, I'm going to just go and, I don't know, just do videos and chill, man. But I'm here live on Friday night. Last night's live was so damn juicy. I haven't even got to chopping that up and putting out little YouTube shorts and all that, man, with some of the clips from the videos, because it was really, really good, man, the lives last night. But if y'all want to call in, this is Amanda Serrano we talking about. Call in, man. Let me hear what y'all got to say about it. I got 87 people watching me. We're up to like 115, but it's 12:41 a.m., so if you're an Amanda Serrano fan, show us some love. Call in and talk about her. Y'all ain't gonna have her around too much longer, man. Like she's gonna maybe have one more fight after tomorrow, and if she gets a knockout, she talking retirement. So call in. But if you don't want to, it's all good. I know sometimes I don't be feeling like doing these lives, so y'all may not feel like calling in. Maybe the POTUS to call back in. Y'all want the POTUS to call back in? Lovejoy says, I'm gonna finish watching your live from last night. Okay, yeah. I'll check it out. I was actually listening to it today. I was driving and running errands with my boys, and I was listening to it. That was a good conversation with both of them, man. With Jada the Boxer. I didn't even get to it. That shit is so long. I didn't even get through the damn thing. So I gotta I'll be going somewhere soon, and then I'll probably be because I'll just be going somewhere soon, and I'll have all the time in the world to watch it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, caller?
Champ almost had a wreck. Did you cut your hair off?
Why?
Did you? Am I looking at you with your hair cut off?
Yeah, I cut my hair. Why?
Bye.
Don't worry about my damn hair, man. Yo, gonna finish watching your live from last night. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Destiny Robinson. I don't know who Destiny Robinson is. Defending her belts this weekend. See, I don't think I know Destiny Robinson. But I know there's a lot of fights going on. Mark Wynn. I know. I've been seeing that. I've seen all the different advertisements, man. It's just one fight after the next. I'm like, damn. P-Dub says the main card starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. What time do you think you'll start after you rest up? It just depends on what time I get back, man. I really got a lot of things I got to get done in like the next 8 days. But after I rest up, I'll probably go live. You see, there's a couple fights coming on tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tomorrow you got Ray Ford. Man, I'll show y'all. Ray Ford or Shaki Foster. There's a lot of big fights going on. Yeah, I'm watching that Ray Ford or Shaki Foster fight. I'm being honest with you. I ain't missing that. I'll be live for that fight, for sure. But all the other fights, I'll try to watch. I'll try to catch Serrano's. But let me see. Let's see what's really going on tomorrow. There's a lot of boxing going on tomorrow. But I'll show y'all right now. So here we go. Damn, and you got Bivol fighting. You see, check this out. Let me fix this for y'all. So tomorrow, you got Ray Ford and O'Shaki Foster. I'll be live for that. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I will be live for that one. I ain't missing that one. Then you got Bivol fighting. Shit. Then you got Azim and Claggett fighting. Then you got, let me come down here. Bivol. Then you got Serrano and Hansen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is all going on tomorrow. Then you got this guy, Lorena. This is all tomorrow, man. Press. You see, y'all don't even know who these people are. Rodriguez Jr., Cordova. Gamboa's fighting tomorrow night. Rigondeaux's fighting tomorrow night. Damn. Then you go to Thursday, June 4th. But just look at those names. Gamboa's fighting. Rigondeaux's fighting, man. Shit. They got some. These are all women fighting here. Destiny Robinson right there. There she goes right there. Destiny Robinson from Australia. Yep. It's crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to be live. Then you got Hennessy fighting. Yeah, I'm going to be live tomorrow for sure, but I am definitely going to be live for these guys, Foster and Ford. Yeah, I ain't missing that. But it's just so much, man. It's impossible. It's impossible to cover it all. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible, man. Says Ray Ford is the one I'm watching. Yeah. Who's seen the video with Mike Tyson working out in the ring? He looks like original Mike. Yeah, I saw it. She unified at 160. Says, wow, yeah. Okay. He says, you look great. Yeah. Took it to the studio. I don't want to hear none of that bull crap, man. Says, you good, Hood? Yeah, I'm always good, man. Talk about something else, man. Don't talk about me. That's right. Amanda isn't the main event. Yeah. Foster and Gamboa, I have them. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a lot of boxing, man. And I try to cover what I can. I really do. I try to cover what I can, man. But it's hard. Sometimes I have on the TV. I have 3 different screens going on the TV. But it's hard to see the damn. It's hard to watch 3 fights at the same time. Says, why doesn't Serrano want to fight Baumgartner? What's up, Adam? Well, Adam, she didn't say she does not want to fight Alycia, but she did say that she feels Alycia and Carolyn Trilogy is a super fight. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't say, no, I'm not going to fight Baumgartner. But she doesn't sound at all like she wants to fight her at all. She has other plans. Serrano has other plans. She has not mentioned Baumgartner. Actually, I don't know, Adam, you probably haven't seen this, but I'll pull it up again just so you can see what we're talking about here. All right, let me put this over here real quick because you're just coming on. Let me go down here. So this is what she said right here, man. Amanda Serrano said, I think that is Alicia's and Carolyn Trilogy super fight. That's the Amanda Serrano-Katie Taylor fight. And that's Amanda Serrano on a potential fight between Baumgartner and Carolyn Trilogy. So Serrano's she ain't interested in fighting Alycia Baumgardener, man. I'm not saying she won't do it, but it's like we were talking earlier. I think the money got to be right. I think the money got to be right, man, for her to get in that ring. Yeah, she ain't no spring chicken anymore, man. Says, okay, I like both fights. Yeah, I like them too, man. 4 different cards going on at the same time. Yeah, that's too much. That's overkill, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brain turned to applesauce and shit. Shit turned to mashed potatoes. Trying to process all that. Amanda's moving up and out. I don't blame her. Yeah, go on and just be happy, So that's a big compliment. Yeah, just go on and be happy and relax. She made her money. She has her legacy. Amanda Serrano has done it all, man. Just go ahead and chill. But Serrano, so everybody thinks Serrano should win an award. I tell you what, man, Serrano is now in the category with Layla Ali. And this is the thing, right? Because I'm sitting here thinking right now. I just said Amanda Serrano's in the category with Layla Ali. And when I said that, what I envisioned was 5 years from now, where they have an event, and maybe they have female boxers from the past and then female boxers from the present, and bring them together, and how you'll see all of the women getting along. Layla Ali, maybe Christy Martin, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, and who knows if Baumgartner is retired. But the bottom line, you have all these women together. Clarissa won't fit in that. You know what I'm saying? I can see her getting invited, but I can't see her fitting in that. Not at least right now, because there's a lot of damage been done. And it's unfortunate. But I was just sitting here trying to imagine Serrano, Katie Taylor, Layla Ali, Ann Wolfe, Christy Martin. I mean, if these women were to get together 5 years from now and sit around and chop it up, and then if Clarissa's invited to the party. But hey, I think there's a lot that can be learned from Amanda Serrano. I got a lot of respect for it, man. You need those split screen monitors like my husband had when he used to do fight parties. Yeah, I do. I got on the TVs in my house. They can do all that. But man, I just ain't got time to be doing it. I tried it, man. I could put like four on this TV. The other one I can do like 5. But it's just and I got like an 85-inch TV in there. I just ain't got time for that, man, because I'm missing shit. One fight get better than the other. I'm jumping all around on the screen. It's crazy, man. It says sometimes the money doesn't matter. It says that's how it should be, or try, yep. Baumgartner and Dubois, that's the fight, I agree. Yeah, that's the fight, man. I agree with what Jada said about Baumgartner doing something different to fight Dubois. Yeah, that is it, man. Yeah, I can't. I hope. I know the fight's gonna happen, but when it does, man, I think they're gonna end up having a trilogy. That's just my opinion, man. Sometimes the money doesn't matter. Go out big. Yep. Hood champion from Danny. So why do you honestly think AB going for Serrano and not Dubois? 95% of people think she's scared. I don't think she's scared of anyone. I think she's looking at legacy. She's looking at money. And that's all it is. I think she's looking at legacy and looking at money. You go fight Serrano. If you can clip Serrano, you have that on your record. You know what I mean? She beat Serrano. Beating Serrano will probably make her more of a household name, probably a higher payday. But as far as the respect from the boxing fans, beat Carolyn Dubois. Because this is the reality. Amanda Serrano, if she loses tomorrow, most people with sense, they're not going to clown Serrano. We know what Serrano was, man. You know, she's 37. Most men, when they get beyond 33, they leave out of their prime. So for her as a woman at 37 to still be out here fighting at a high level, if she was to lose tomorrow, most people wouldn't fault her for that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, is she scared? Maybe she looks and she just respects Dubois' skill. You know, but if there was money there for a Dubois fight, I think she would go. If the money was bigger, I think she would go there. But Alycia is at a point in her career where she wants legacy. She wants the biggest fights, the biggest fight purse. And that's what she's going after. And I think that's like 75% of it. The other 25% could be a little bit like, because remember, Alycia would be coming up 5 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So the advantages would be with Carolyn Dubois. But then if they fight 3-minute rounds, you got to give the advantages to Alycia. You know what I'm saying? If she can just avoid not getting hit by that Carolyn Dubois left hand. Carolyn Dubois is a wicked southpaw. That left, bing, and coming back with the 3 and shit. You know what I mean? I'm watching her throw, man. You know, 1-6-3s, she throws all kind of combinations. And she has fast hands. So it's a difficult fight for AB. But it's a difficult fight for Dubois. Because if AB catches her with some shit, which she can, AB has great composure, great timing. She has, very good power. And she'll tuck that chin and bite down on that gumshoe when she has to. But I think it's a difficult fight for both. So it's just respect. I don't think she's scared. It's just respect. But Amanda Serrano may be a more difficult fight, to be honest with you. Serrano ain't nothing nice, man. Even though she's a bit older now, Serrano ain't nothing nice. But we'll know tomorrow where Serrano stands. If she goes in there and tranquilizes that opponent, then, Alycia got to be careful. Time to go out on top, yeah. Alycia is a crazy Gemini. I doubt she's scared. Yeah, I don't think she's scared, man. Clarissa may come in disguise. Yeah, she may, man. She may. Clarissa's not invited to that cookout with Layla and Serrano. Nah, I don't think she'll be invited there, Yeah, she doesn't ever get me scared, even with Clarissa all in her face. Yeah, she ain't afraid of nothing. She just out here trying to make money moves, She's trying to get paid, that's all. I give all these women the utmost respect. I don't like to get hit at all. I hear that. Yeah. But I think she should fight her, man. If I put it to you this way, if the Amanda Serrano fight doesn't happen, which I don't think is going to happen, Carolyn Dubois looks like she has something else lined up, then she needs to fight the girl Veer. Become undisputed at 130. And then now you build up into the Carolyn Dubois fight. But if she becomes undisputed, she's going to have... This is the problem. She becomes undisputed, well, then now she's going to have mandatories. Each of those sanctioning bodies, those 4 sanctioning bodies, she's going to have to fight her mandatories or drop belts. But they could always make an exception if she's as an undisputed champion going up to fight Carolyn Dubois, who's unified. They make exceptions. They allow those fights to happen, and she still maintains her undisputed distinction at 130. So the Caroline Dubois fight is definitely something that's doable. You know what I'm saying? If she wants it, if she wants it. Says MVP gonna force her. I think MVP wants that too. I think they want Caroline Dubois and Alycia Baumgardener. I think they want that fight to happen. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I think they want it to happen. Carissa's in disguise. Yeah, that's crazy, crazy. You see, we managed to do a live today, man. 2 hours and 20 minutes, and not really talk about Clarissa, as much as we normally do. But tomorrow, man, we'll see. We'll probably be back on that. Well, I'll be live, so whatever goes when I'm on the live and I'm covering boxing. But we'll see. Big says it hasn't happened to push women's division forward. ESPN gonna need that. No, I agree with you, Big. That's a good point. On ESPN, they're putting big money up. They want viewership to be up. They want to keep growing ESPN, growing the sport of boxing. They want to be able to renew that network deal. Then that right there is the juicy fight. They may wait. Maybe not the end of this year. Next year, sometime they may make that fight. I agree. It's like a new era if that happens. No, I agree. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, Lovejoy. But I'm curious I got to sit here and think, what's the next big fight? The next big fight in women's boxing, and maybe, it's supposed to be Clarissa and Shadesha. That's not happening. But it's probably Caroline Dubois and Alycia Baumgardener. They have other women who are champions, but they just, you know what? I'm going to do my part and do videos on them. And, every little bit helps. And then maybe they can get the attention like what Alycia has, what Caroline has, and even Big Gold and Franshaw and some of the bigger names. But the more we talk about them, the bigger the names and profile goes, and then their fights become bigger because there's more butts and seats and more eyes on them. They just don't get talked about enough, and I got to make an effort to do more videos on them. But my kid's out of school now, so, me doing videos is not a priority. But I get on when I can. But we got so much shit going on, it's crazy. And then after the end of June, it's going to be even crazier. So I'm just letting y'all know right now, I apologize in advance for not putting out like 4, 5, 8, 9 videos a day like I normally do in YouTube Shorts. I just don't have the time to do it, man. But that's why I come on here at night, because at night things slow down significantly, you know what I'm saying? So I can chill and have a conversation. I wasn't going to go live tonight. I was just going to sit here and do like 10 videos and just set them as premieres throughout the day tomorrow, because I know tomorrow I ain't going to be around this damn computer. So we'll see, man. Says, yep, I'm interested in, I'm not interested in Clarissa fighting Lauren Price. Yeah, Danny, that's ridiculous, man. That fight, Clarissa, Lauren Price. I mean, what are we trying to do here? Is it interesting to see Clarissa come down to 160, Price go up to 160, 2-time gold medalist, 1 time, and someone who won a gold medal? But if there's no rehydration clause or nothing, man, Lauren Price gets destroyed within 1 round. Clarissa just be too big for her, man. Too big, too strong, too mean, man. And Lauren Price can fight, but that shit won't last 1 round. I don't think so. I think Clarissa would get her knockout. And Clarissa coming down to these lower weight classes and then, rehydrating up to be 20 pounds, 25 pounds more than these women. I just think it's just a bad look for Clarissa. But hey, if people who understand boxing, they're gonna talk about, oh, she's being a weight bully now, That's what's gonna be the narrative. But I don't know. But one thing for sure, man, it's stupid, right? Yeah, it's just, I get it from a marketing standpoint, Battle of the Olympians, gold medalists versus gold medalists. You know what I'm saying? Guerra de Oro and all that shit. I know how they would spin it, but that ain't it. That we real ones know that ain't it. It's interesting, but that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not watching it. I'm not supporting none of her fights. Time to hurt her pockets, lose viewership. I hear that. But some people watch it. They watch it on a Fire Stick. They watch all these fights on Fire Stick. Don't everybody have a Fire Stick? But I tell you what, sometimes the Fire Stick be acting up. So I got the Zone. It's easier just to watch it there. I ain't got to worry about the damn thing glitching. Says Beasia says she's just fighting to fulfill that contract. None of these next 3 fights will mean much. That's a good point, Beasia. You look at the fights that they're making, they just want her to fight and win. And that's it. But then again, there's no one for her to fight. You know, like, and I got to be real, there's no one for Clarissa to fight unless she goes down in weight. Michaela Mayer could be interesting. Raquel Miller could be interesting. If she could get down to, that's the first yawn, but that's the first warning shot to get my ass off of here. But if she could get down to 154 and maybe Alycia come meet her there. I don't know, man. But Clarissa's in a bad spot. So it is what it is. Fire Stick, get a new one. Yeah. Yeah, I may need it. I may need to get a new one. It works damn good. But sometimes it acts the fool. I may get another one, man. But downloading all that crap is a pain in the ass. She won't drop weight, yeah. She wanna have that lobster tail. For papoose, pap, pap, brrr. Okay. All right, man, I'm gonna get ready to jump off of here. Next week I'm gonna be going live, but I'm gonna on some nights, I'll pick like one night and I'll just do boxing at night. The other nights we'll talk about whatever. But once I talk about the boxing, the conversation opens back up to talk about whatever. And even if I'm talking about boxing, y'all could call in about whatever. Y'all know how I am. I don't mind the conversation jumping all over the place. I actually enjoy it. But let me see. Before I get off of here, if y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about, let me see. What time is it? It is 1:04 my time. I'll give it 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On. Oh my gosh. Y'all remember that shit, man? Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. I know y'all know about all that. I should play it. I just don't want to get a copyright strike. I should play that shit right now. But I'm sure to get flagged. All right. So I got 5 minutes left. If y'all want to call in, call in. If not, let me see. Whatever y'all want to talk about. It says, like those 3 LPs Drake just dropped to fulfill his contract. Yep. Yeah, I did hear about that. And even I was like, damn, he dropped three albums? Why? But that's why, to get out the contract. I know them, a lot of them dancehall artists and reggae artists, man. Like Sizzler's one of my favorite, dancehall artists, reggae artists, man. And Sizzler must have about 35 albums or some shit. Says Jodeci first album, 35 years old. Yes. I remember when Jodeci dropped, I was a teenager. Being up in the little dances and shit like that, trying to rub it up on them tenderonis. I remember that shit, boy. Like, the first Saturday of every month, we used to, up at the youth, the YMCAs and all that shit, they used to have these damn teen dances. But we used to be up in there like celebrities and shit, man. Everybody be looking forward to that. Be at the mall, getting your shit, getting nice, coming up in there, man, like a superstar. That shit's funny as hell. Got me laughing. And Jodeci, my boy was the DJ. All that crazy shit, man. We had a good time growing up. I should write a book about my story growing up. It has every element you could think of. When it comes to a good movie, every element. Every element. You name it, I experienced it. Every element. Every single element. The good to the bad. Me growing up was like a movie, man. My friends and I talk about it all the time. It was a whole lot of fun. It was a lot of craziness too. It's like a movie. Like a damn movie, man. Love me some Sizzler. Yeah, Sizzler, man. Sizzler, the truth, boy. The truth. Sizzler, Super Cat, man. All them cats. I like all of them, man. There's a guy named Warrior King. If you like Blue Jay, if you like Sizzler, go and look up Warrior King. Let me type it in here for you. Warrior King. Yeah, go and look up Warrior King and listen to Warrior King's music. You know, you'll really like it. You'll really like it, man. Warrior King got some hits. There's a lot of. I ain't trying to come here and take this shit all the way left, but Warrior King's one of my favorite, man. You'll love his music. Yeah. Okay. So you know. So you know. Okay. So you know. Okay. Okay. So you know. All right. Well, good. Well, I'm not talking to an ignorant audience, so you're familiar with these names. All right. Yeah, man. I need to find out how I can come and play music on here and not get a copyright strike. You know what I'm saying? Because I see these, I always wonder how these guys are able to do this DJing shit on YouTube and all these different records playing and DJing and allowed to and not get copyright strikes. Yeah, I'm heavy in the reggae and dancehall. Yeah. I listen to all that soca, dancehall. I like everything, man. African music, bachata. I like everything. Everything. What's up, Miss Lady T? How you doing? Sister Nancy will always be my favorite. Yeah. You know, Super Cat, the one that brought Sister Nancy, he's the one that helped bust Sister Nancy onto the scene. You know? Yeah. I know, I watch all that shit. I listen to, I know about all of them, man. You know, all of them. You know what I'm saying? All of them. When I'm driving sometimes, man, I'll go to YouTube and I'll be like, you know, and I'll put on like a certain rhythm, you know, like when it comes to dancehall and even soca, but dancehall artists, they'll take one rhythm and have like 1,000 artists on one beat. I know certain rhythms I like, man. I'll be like, yo, give me the YouTube played Mad Drive rhythm, you know, whatever, and it'll play it. I find it with like an hour long. It's just one rhythm and all the artists, and I just sit there and play it and drive. You know what I'm saying? Rob Bass said, heard you burn the midnight oil. Oh, yeah, I burnt the midnight oil, man. I'm about to get my ass off of here, you know what I'm saying? Says, yeah, I grew up with nothing but cats from the islands. My longest relationships have been with island people. Okay, Blue Jay, I hear that. I like music, including country and classical. Yeah, man, of course. You know, in the morning, you know what I play in the morning, man? For my sons, like, I like playing elevator music in the morning. When I get up and I'm in there and making them breakfast and stuff, I play a little bit of elevator music and that smooth jazz and shit. Then it turns to soca music. Then chutney music is a music from Trinidad where it's like Hindi lyrics over like a soca beat. I be playing chutney music, you know, because I'm half Indian, half African, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up listening to all that, you know. That's just culture, man. I be playing that shit loud as hell. My son, I got a big ass, it's called a monster speaker. Yo, I be taking that shit is loud. I be outside with it. I be waking my sons up to music. They be coming out their room laughing. Dad, you always playing that there. I'm like, get your ass up, get in the shower. But yeah, rhythms, yeah. But country music's not bad. Country music sound like hip hop now, man. You know what I'm saying? This country music sound like hip hop. I'm hearing some shit on the radio. I'm like, this ain't your classical country music. Country music got a little swag to it now, man. I used to make classical and jazz for my children to sleep. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Music is everything, man. You know, music is magic. You have a baby, right? Have a baby that's there chilling. Put on music and watch the baby respond to the music. You know what I'm saying? There's something magical about music. You get a child, a little child, like watch. See, I know Beasia probably enjoyed this conversation. Music does something to everybody. I don't care who you are. You can be having a bad day. Let some music come on. Next thing you know, foot start tapping, shoulders start bouncing. The little vibes start, you know what I'm saying? Music does that to you. We call it when we say, someone get catched. You know, the music caught him, it catch him, the music catch him, you know. I seen, man, you know, like being at carnivals and shit like that, you know, Caribbean festivals, where the music, I see people lose their mind. They're sitting there chilling, and the music, man, you know, it just catches them. And once they get caught up in it, they're gone. They're just dancing and dancing. And if you got a real good DJ, man, they know how to just keep taking it up a level. You know what I'm saying? And it's always funny to watch that. But you got to be careful when they get some people out there. Like I was at I gotta watch what I say, man, because I don't want to offend nobody. But some people can't dance, and they get alcohol in them, and you playing soca music or dancehall, and next thing you know, they start kicking and this and dancing all wild, and if bamboo and shit breaking. You gotta watch what I say, because I don't want to offend nobody. So I'm not gonna give y'all the joke the way I was gonna give it to you. But I've just seen people lose their mind. That music takes over them. But watch a child. No matter what you put on, watch a child. You know, I'll be in these schools, and it's funny to be like in the elementary schools, and you put on like they may put on music or something. What? Every one of them children will dance. Every one of them will dance. They respond to music. People respond to it. As you get older, you make a choice not to. You know, you consciously say, "I'm not going to," or you get shy. You're there holding up the wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? But music has an effect on people. You just gotta go at what comes natural, you know? You know what I mean? It's a natural mystic about that shit. Since all of my children are music heads, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hood, I'm learning trumpet in my 60s. Oh, that's outstanding, man. That's outstanding. I used to put headphones on my belly. Yeah. We always play music. Music always playing in here. I like to put it on like on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Especially Sunday, I just be like, yo, WBLS 107, you know, whatever, on Alexa. And let that shit play. Especially Sunday. They be running some soca music and dance hall and all that shit. They be running that shit on Sunday. And WBLS. You just go to your Alexa, man. The Alexa play WBLS, man. Pulls it up. I just let that shit be playing, man. It says they have live instrumental jazz channels on YouTube 24 hours. Yep. YouTube is amazing, man. If you're just looking for trash, you'll find it. But YouTube has so many different things, man. It's such a great tool if used properly to help, you know, with everyone at all ages, man. You know, whether it's learning how to do something, like you say, playing music or whatever it is. But if you want the dark bullshit, I mean, that's there too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cleoca Godfrey? Clarissa Shields will fight anyone or take an easy fight. Just to build her record to say she has more wins than Layla Ali. Yeah, I don't know, man. But I know Clarissa got to do something. She got to fight soon. But Rob Bass, you're learning the trumpet in your 60s. It's funny that you said that, man. So I had an opportunity to go take free music lessons to learn any instrument I wanted. It was a veteran program they had out here. And I thought about going to learn how to play the piano. I play the congas and shit, right? I grew up playing that. I play that. That's no problem. But I was like, I want to go learn to play the piano. And I speak a lot of Spanish, but I want to go learn. I want to be able to speak it fluently. But the thing is, the Spanish shit I can do. But I had to be out there every Saturday from like 9 to like 1. It was some program, but I can't afford to be gone like that. You know, I'm all about my kids. What I look like taking time for my kids to go learn to play a piano. But my three older sons, they all learn how to play the piano. And they all play one plays the French horn now, and the other two play the alto saxophone. And now my youngest son, he's about to start playing the electric guitar in the middle of June. I'm going to put him in those lessons. So yeah, sports, you know, academics, instruments, and then a foreign language are the things that are important to me for my sons, man. And of course, attitude. But those are the things that I put in place to give them that structure from little kids all the way up until they leave to go off to college or whatever they're going to do. Sports, academics, instrument, and a foreign language. Those are the things I'm big on. So I let the older one, he was doing Spanish, and he kind of dropped off from that, so I didn't force it. But the other ones, they're all sticking with Spanish. And if they get in high school, because they're in two in junior, I'm like, yo, whatever y'all want to do, but stick with the foreign language. By the time you graduate, you'll be fluent. You know, I took like 2 years in high school. I speak like, I got like the 65, 70% solution. But I've always liked it. I've always liked Spanish. So whenever I'm with my friends and shit, they spoke Spanish, I'll be there speaking it. And I used to always get mistaken for Dominican or Panamanian and shit. You know what I mean? They'd be like, hey, think I'm, they don't know that. I'm like, nah, I ain't Dominican. I ain't none of that. You know, my cousins are, I got the cousins who were half Dominican, half Trini. So whenever I go over there by them, it used to be funny. I walk up in the place, everyone thought I was Dominican and shit. But now that's that Trinidad and Tobago shit you're seeing, you know. It's funny you said that. My kids tap into the piano now. I can barely hear it live. Yeah, I'm running the Panda drum. I love the sound. Oh yeah, that drum is cool as hell. That drum is cool as hell for real. Yeah, I know. We got I think it's called a tong drum. My wife got one. My sons be up there playing with it. Up there in the theater, man. The amount of noise be coming out of there, man. They be going off. I just be here laughing, man. They be able to because they got drum set. They got all kind of shit. They got a big ass expensive it's the wooden keyboard. I forgot what they call it. But Santa Claus brought that for one of my boys, man. I forgot what he called it. But he said he wanted it, so Santa Claus brought it. But they be up there, man. You hear that shit. All that noise be going on. I be here laughing. Sometimes I had to, before I go live, like, hey, close the door, you know, or whatever. They be making all kind of noise in here. But, you know, it could come a point the way that noise ain't going to be there. And the house going to get lonely. So I like having noise in my house and hearing my sons make noise because there's going to come a point. They're going to be out on their own doing their thing. Shit going to get lonely in here. And I got 4 of them. So I enjoy and embrace, man, everything. All the bull, everything. Nothing bothers me when it comes to those boys. You know what I mean? Because I understand they're growing, they're developing. It's for me to guide them. So I don't really care about too much shit they do. As long as they have good attitudes, getting their grades, treating people good, doing their as long as they're doing what they're supposed to. I don't really trip on too much. I was young once, you know what I'm saying? And I was a very respectful and good kid, but outside the house, you know what I mean? Getting arrested and shit like that. Come a long way, I'll put it to you that way, you know what I'm saying? It says, you would love Cuba. I've been playing the Tropicana Club. My God, could they play? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Cuba. All them Cuba and damn Puerto Rico and all them Spanish-speaking countries, they get busy, man. Trinidad, Jamaica. There's a lot of talent in the Caribbean, all around the world. But the Caribbean, man, we be there beating on cans and shit. Can, a bottle with a ting, 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 rhythm section, anything, and just start to knock that shit. Yeah, that's anywhere you go, man. That's why you can tell people like from the Caribbean, boy, they'll pick up anything and start to beat it. You know what I'm saying? And make noise. They may grab a goddamn rooster and start tapping him in the goddamn head. They don't care. Whatever they can pick up and knock to make some noise, they will. They'll dead. Yo, people from the Caribbean are something else, man. The energy is nice, you know. Says, I can never get into Spanish, though I speak French. Okay, you speak French? Okay. Well, pass the Grey Poupon, girl. Pass the Grey Poupon. Says, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Nah, I agree with you. My dad spoke a lot of French. You know what I mean? English, French, Urdu, and Spanish. Man spoke like 4 languages and shit. Yeah. Used to trip me out. As they said, my brother is fluent so much, his friends, family made him part of the family. I could never grasp Spanish. That's how it goes, man. You start speaking them languages, and people realize you speak it. Next thing you know, they make you a family member. They'll feed you. They don't know how to dance. Oh, that's it. That's it. You in there. Okay, I love French. Took it in high school. I hear that. All right, man. I'm about to get my ass up out of here, man. I got things to do tomorrow, and it's 1:21. I don't want to go to bed at 4. At 8:30, I got to go train. So I'll be there at the boxing gym tomorrow at 8:30, training. I've been going pretty consistent. My arm's getting light again. I'm hitting that bat. Pop, 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 pop. So shit feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. But you just got to get active. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I feel real good, though. My mother spoke Spanish and Pig Latin, and my grandmother and Geechee. Okay. That's cool. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out. We just chilled tonight, but trust me, tomorrow we're gonna be back on because I got some stuff I want to talk about. I just didn't want to talk about it tonight, man. I don't want to. Last night was historic, man. But we'll be back on tomorrow. But I'm gonna go relax, man. Y'all keep cool, all right? Appreciate the support as always.